Uh, Probably English. It's just so boring. We just have to listen to books the whole time.
Awesome. How about your least favorite drill in practice?
Oh, shoot. Does conditioning count as a drill? Syracuse.
Yeah. Awesome. I get that one a lot, actually. Okay, favorite, let's do favorite movie.
Favorite movie? Happy Gilmore.
Nice. I like that. That's a good one. How about favorite candy bar?
Favorite candy bar, I'd have to say, oh my gosh, I can't even, Hershey's bar, just classic.
Perfect. Love it. That's Avery England, our senior, our player spotlight on the SVI Sports Network.
The player spotlight, and great to have her back. She only wears the knee brace during gameplay now. She had that injury, and it's been great to have her back on the floor for Star Valley basketball.
Well, and we kind of touched on this last week. You can see with every game she's getting a little more confident, getting a little more explosiveness back in her game, which is kind of what we're used to seeing in her sophomore season. And so, yeah, looking forward to another notch forward in her health tonight.
8.5 minutes away from tip-off time at Jackson Hole High School tonight. Let's take a look at the Crimson Corner as part of our First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off.
Well, the Ronthon for the girls, another successful outing as they won the Ronthon for the 5th straight time. 169 team points. Natrona was second with 141.5. Champions were Kara Andrews and Remy Allman. Indoor track there at the Stacy Dragila Invite in Pocatello. Boys wrestling, they were at the Ronthon today, and they'll be there tomorrow. And then looking at basketball down the road next week, hosting Rock Springs on Thursday, and then at Green River on Saturday. That's a look at your Crimson Corner.
It's all part of our countdown to tip-off coverage from Jackson Hole High School, about 7 minutes, 40 seconds away from tip-off time in the varsity girls game. Here's the Sunrise Engineering Roundup.
Some matchups for tonight. The Battle of Sweetwater County, number 2 Green River at Rock Springs, Campbell County at Sheridan. Kelly Walsh is, of course, cross town at Natrona County. Easton Laramie, that's the headliner tonight in a battle of top teams. These, of course, the rankings from WyoPreps.com. And then Central is at South. One game tomorrow, another battle of ranked teams. You got Sheridan at Thunder Basin, and that is a look at your Sunrise Engineering Roundup.
Creating solutions that work and relationships that last. Visit sunrise-eng.com. Let's take a break here. We'll have the rivalry. Amelia Kazare courtside. Records Watch, keys to the game, national anthem, and the starters on the way from Jackson Hole High School and the Snake River Shootout on the SVI Sports Network.
At Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, safety is our top priority, not just for our employees, but for their families too. Our commitment extends beyond the workplace as we proudly support and contribute to the local community in meaningful ways. We're more than just a mine. We're a pillar of strength for those who live here. Discover how we make a difference at Simplot.com. Join us in fostering a safer, stronger community. Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine.
The remodel of the hot tub at Kodiak Mountain Resort in Afton has been completed and is open for guests. Kodiak has also begun construction for a swimming pool and additional hot tub, which will open for guests only soon. Book your stay at KodiakMountainResort.com. Star Valley Sports on SVI are presented by Edward Jones Financial Advisors Kyle Terry, creating tailored solutions to address your financial needs. And by Rusty's Tree Service, the tree removal experts. Call 248-2442.
Ever wish you could be the boss of your home Wi-Fi? Well, with Home Zone by Silver Star, now you can. It's like having your own Wi-Fi command center right in your pocket. Whether it's setting up a guest network for visitors, controlling what your kids can access, or checking your connection speed, Home Zone has you covered. With Protect IQ, you'll have a virtual bodyguard for your Wi-Fi, blocking unwanted threats before they reach your devices. Home Zone by Silver Star. Wi-Fi control, coverage, and security all in one.
The countdown to tip-off is made possible by First Bank of Wyoming, your home for totally free personal and business checking. Visit gofirstbank.com.
Star Valley Lady Braves basketball on the SVI Sports Network, taking on the Lady Broncs of Jackson Hole High School in Teton County tonight. Duke Dance, Dal Erickson, and the SVI Sports crew here with you. Dal, let's recap this Snake River Shootout with the help of SVI News.
Well, this one goes back as far as it gets for the Lady Braves. In fact, the very first game all time for Star Valley girls basketball was against the Jackson Bronx. So that one goes all the way back to 1977. Overall, the Lady Braves have owned the series 84-20 here in Jackson. Star Valley leads at 38-7. The last time these two teams met, the Lady Braves won it in Afton 59-17. Looking at some of the trends, this is kind of mind-boggling still to me, but Star Valley has won 30 straight in this series dating back to the 2009-2010 season. This is the 105th meeting overall, and that is a look at your rivalry presented tonight by SVInews.com.
Visit SVInews.com for your print or e-edition subscription to the Star Valley Independent. That's SVInews.com. We have the Records Watch on the way, but first let's go courtside. Amelia Kazare standing by. She had the chance to catch up with head coach Kate Erickson and get his thoughts on the game today. Millie.
Coach Erickson told me the focus heading into tonight's game has been all about energy and purpose. He said that the girls have had great practices with lots of team competitions that push them to play at a faster but more controlled pace. That control is key, especially as the team works on moving the ball better and tightening up defensive rotations. While Jackson has a unique style of play, Coach Erickson said that they've improved a lot over the past few seasons and can't be overlooked. He wants to see the Lady Braves bring the energy, stay locked in, and play Star Valley basketball tonight. We'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Amelia Kazare, with the Miles CPA courtside report. It is tax season. Get your best results possible with the help of Miles CPA in Afton, Alpine. Call 885-0055. 3 minutes to tip-off time. Now let's check the Records Watch presented by Star Valley Disposal.
Lady Braves come into the weekend averaging just under 44 points per game. That puts them 8th in the Wyoming 4A class. Right around there in shooting as well, 33.5%. Just for reference, Laramie is number 1 at 39.8. Rebounding-wise, the Lady Braves, that's always going to be something they got to work at. Right now ranked 10th, but where they hang their hat, you can see it right there. The number 2 ranked defense, and it's only by a 10th of a point. So the Lady Braves defense is where they really shine. Look at some individuals. Ambry Nelson, 3rd in the 4A West in scoring. Cam Mackey, 33% from 3. How about this one? I didn't realize this. Morgan McGee, 85% from the free throw line tonight. So just my 2 cents. When Cam Mackey shoots a 3 and when Morgan McGee shoots a free throw, that's a good thing if you're a Star Valley fan. That's a look at your Records Watch, presented tonight by Star Valley Disposal.
Residential, commercial, construction, and septic services. Visit StarValleyDisposal.com. That's StarValleyDisposal.com. Let's just take a final 1-minute break here in our countdown to tip-off coverage. We'll have the keys to the game next on the SBI Sports Network.
Drive your career forward by joining the LCSD2 Transportation Department. We're now hiring for part-time bus aides starting at $16.75 per hour. Full-time route drivers earn $22 per hour, working only during the school year. Substitute driver and substitute aide positions are also available. Explore these rewarding opportunities and become a vital part of our education system. For more information, visit lcsd2.org and click Job Openings. That's lcsd2.org and click Job Openings.
Discover the convenience and reliability of Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic for all your waste management needs. We offer comprehensive services, including residential and commercial trash removal, septic pump outs, and a variety of porta-potty options with optional cleaning schedules. Trust us for efficient and professional solutions. Visit StarValleyDisposal.com to schedule your service. That's StarValleyDisposal.com.
Live on Swift 98, SVI Media, and the SVI Sports Network. This is Star Valley High School Sports and the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off.
Where you're more than just an account number at First Bank of Wyoming. Visit your local branches in Alpine and in Afton as we take a look at the keys to the game presented by Star Valley Health.
Well, key number 1, we're kind of touched on by Coach Erickson. Nothing is owed, regardless of how the season's going, how this series is going. That doesn't mean anything tonight. You still got to go out there and do the work. I think part of that is going to be a fast start would be beneficial for the Lady Braves if they can do it. And then balanced offense. I go back to the game last Saturday in Riverton. They had 6 players score anywhere from 5 to 8 points. That makes you really hard to defend. Looking for more of that tonight. And those are the Star Valley Health keys to the game.
Offering the keys to your great health, compassionate care, every person, every time. Visit StarValleyHealth.org. That is StarValleyHealth.org. That's going to wrap up our first Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off. Your home for totally free checking, where free really does mean free. Visit gofirstbank.com. That is gofirstbank.com. And yeah, Dow Star Valley looking to pick up a win here to take good control of the 4A Southwest.
Yeah, an opportunity tonight to keep things rolling, but as I said, you're going to need to come out and put things together as best you can.
We are going to send it down to the court. We'll have the presentation of the colors and the national anthem made possible in our broadcast with the help of Hastings Ace Hardware, located in Afton. That is Hastings Ace Hardware. So down to the court.
Please rise and remove your caps as we honor this community, our servicemen and women, and our great nation with the singing of the national anthem by Jackson Hole student and Teton County Fair and Rodeo Senior Princess, the awesome Maddie Dornan.
Let's meet today's players with the help of Mountain Star Products. Mountain Star Products, excavation, road building, gravel, sand, and more.
There's your varsity roster presented by Mountain Star Products. Now the starting five being announced here at Jackson Hole High School.
And the Lady Braves going with the same starting five we've seen for most of the season. Number 3, Morgan McGee, a junior. Cam Mackey, a senior, wearing number 4. Ambry Nelson, senior, wearing number 5. A junior, wearing number 12, that's Hudson Kleeman. And a senior, wearing number 24, that is Ruby Hill. The Lady Braves coached by Kate Erickson, assisted by Jason Kazare, Shaylin Hathaway, and Alan Simpson.
Starting lineups presented by Mountain Star Products. Stay tuned for details on an expanded retail department opening this spring, including full supplies for subcontractors and landscapers, located on Rocky Road in Afton. That is Mountain Star Products. Starting five about to be announced here at Jackson Hole High School. They're doing a little hype video, and then they'll get to that. The Jackson Bronx, of course, will be in their home white. Star Valley Lady Braves in their road crimsons tonight. Of course, Jackson will come in at 2-8 overall, but as we mentioned now, coming off a win against Riverton last week.
Well, and you even go back, was it 2 seasons ago, they had that big long losing streak. They were able to break that. They've already won a couple this year, including a conference game. So, yeah, they're feeling pretty good about things after that win last week. Starting five now being announced for the home Bronx. Number 0 is a junior, Ari Fowler. Number 3 is a senior, Hayden Block. Number 13 is a freshman, Zoe Green. Number 25 is another freshman, Margaret Holland. And finally, number 33, a junior, Trinity Green. Head coach Olivia Bingham for the home Jackson Bronx. Jackson coming into the game averaging 27.8 points per game. Star Valley offensively averaging 43.8 points per game, 8th in the 4A West. Defensively, Jackson allows 47 points per game, 9th in 4A basketball. While defensively, Star Valley Lady Braves have the second best defense in the entire state of Wyoming in the 4A class, allowing 37.6 points per game.
Key matchups tonight, number 0, Ari Fowler. She leads the Lady Bronx with scoring 11 points per. She's going to need some help tonight, and we'll see if she can get it.
Opening tip, almost won by Star Valley. It ricochets out of bounds off of Mackey, so it's going to be, no, they say out of bounds off of Jackson, rather. So it's going to be Star Valley basketball inbounding side out immediately, and they'll do so to Nelson in the front court. Lady Braves' first possession of the game. Nelson to the left side elbow, passes behind her to Hill, who gives it back up to Mackey, top of the key. Pass right side to Mackey, feed down low, kick out. Hill, long two, toe on the line, and rattled it down and in for the deuce.
You'll take that.
Lady Braves score first to make it 2-0, 7:33 to go in the opening period. First possession of the game now for the home Jackson Bronx. Pass through the hand of Jackson, picked up by Mackey, 2v2 on the other end, and the defense recovers. Mackey stops, goes to the elbow, kicks back to Hill. Drives in on the angle, to the rim, blocked, but with a foul. And it's going to put Ruby Hill to the Riverside Dental free throw line.
You know, anytime you can get that opening shot to go if you're a player, you look at that and you're thinking, oh, okay, it's going to be my kind of night. I really like how Ruby was aggressive on the next possession here. Got herself to the line here. Foul was going to go against number 25, Margaret Holland. And the free throw is good. Another one coming.
Makes it 3-0, and at the Riverside Dental free throw line is Ruby Hill with 7:18 to go in the first. Got them both, and the Lady Braves out to a strong start. They lead it 4-0.
Great start for Ruby. 4 points in the first 45 seconds.
Fowler brings it across the timeline. The junior with 11.3 points per game for the Jackson Bronx, who start two freshmen. Do Jackson. They'll work it around the arc to the right side. And miscommunication, pass went baseline, teammate went corner, and it goes out of bounds untouched. Turnover for the Bronx.
Some backcourt pressure here going to be brought by the Jackson defense.
Go a little 2-2-1 trap in the three-quarter court. 6:57 to play in the first period. Star Valley still behind the timeline. Now Nelson breaks the press, dribbles across, goes to Hill, tries the left angle this time, but nothing to back outside to Nelson. 6:45 to play in the first period. McGee, Nelson, top of the key, bounce pass back to McGee, gives up the shot, goes to Hill, long two, front rimmed at that time. No good, a rebounded by the Bronx. Jackson across the timeline with Zoe Green, who passes and sets a screen. Fowler hands off to Block. Screen set by Green again, and now goes back to Green on the outside. 6:23 to play in the opening period. Ball movement down into the corner, and now dribbling back up top is Block. Down to the free throw line and kick back out to the left side. No shot there, ball tipped, and Nelson almost has the steal, but it's knocked out, but off of Jackson last to touch, and so Ambry basically forces the turnover there.
That matchup between Ambry Nelson and Cam Mackey defensively against the Jackson offense.
Still at half court by Jackson to the line and then to the rim, and then a foul on Star Valley. This will be on the shot to stop the clock at 6:07 in the first period and put Jackson to the free throw line.
Just finishing that thought, that's going to be a key matchup tonight. I guess they're saying this on the shot, Duke. You said that, but free throws upcoming here for Ari Fowler on the season, 75%. First one is good.
She'll have one more with the first points on the board for the home Bronx. 6:07 to play in the first. Star Valley up 4-1 as Fowler's second attempt is also in to make it 4-2. Pressure remains in the backcourt by the Jackson defense. Nelson in the backcourt, picks up her dribble with a pass to Hill across the timeline, works it left to McGee, through her hand but collected. Has it still on the outside, resets to Nelson up top. Wants to drive, bounce down to McGee, jumper on the low block left side, no good. Rebounded by Fowler, the board to Jackson, and it's Lady Bronc basketball.
Couple good looks for Star Valley on the last couple possessions, just leaving a little short.
Jackson around the perimeter offensively, down by 2. 5:35 to play in the first period. Both teams with 1 foul apiece. One-on-one in the lane. Scoop shot to the rim is in. Trinity Green, the freshman, or junior rather, ties the game at 4. Pressure forces a turnover, and Star Valley throws it away at the half-court line, and it's Jackson basketball.
See Coach Erickson giving some instruction. They clarifying a few things, and now Jackson with a chance to take the lead.
5:20 to play in the opening period. All knotted up at 4 early. Screen set for Fowler, who drives, then has the ball poked away but picked back up by Block. Stays with Jackson, hands off to Fowler on the outside. A few screens, motion 3, down the barrel. Tried to bank it, but no good. Rebounded in the lane, kick back out. Second attempt for Fowler. That one's in, and it's a 7-0 run for the Jackson Broncs to lead by 3. Right now, Star Valley looking for points after jumping out to a 4-0 start. Now they turn it over. Another unforced error by Star Valley, and it goes back to Jackson again.
Well, this last 30 seconds is a great point on how to lose this game. Giving up offensive rebounds, second chance opportunities, and then throwing the ball away. You'll lose if you keep doing that.
Ball forced out of bounds on the other end. It's going to be last touched by Star Valley. Nelson again there to knock it out. Going to be side out inbound play here for the Lady Broncs in the front court. They go to the perimeter to Holland. Quickly back to the inbounder. Now a jumper on the free throw line. No good. Rebounded this time by Ruby Hill. Star Valley basketball on the miss. They'll work it to Nelson on the right wing. Drives, has the pass stolen again. Taken away by Zoe Green. And Jackson back with the ball and the 3-point lead.
Three times in a row, Lady Braves didn't get a shot. They're just turning it over.
4:15 to play in the first period. Jackson on the outside. Bounce pass to Block. Top of the key. McGee on her defensively. Works it over to Zoe Green, where Mackey has her on the perimeter defense. Green tries to drive. Hill with the help defense. Forces the ball back outside. Able to find Strickland on the perimeter. Another freshman on the Bronc roster, by the way. She'll kick it out. Work it over to Block. Stops in the mid-range, but no shot. Back to the backboard, looking for an outlet. Gets tied up by Nelson, who almost had the jump ball call, but almost had the steal, but instead it's the jump ball, and it stays with the Broncs.
Harley Rommel comes in for Jackson. Libby Kleeman checking in for the Lady Braves.
Inbound play on the baseline now for Jackson. 3:44 to go in the opening period, and Jackson leading at 7-4 in the girls' varsity game. Inbound outside to Fowler. Three's on the way. Got it again. It's a 10-0 run. Back-to-back triples for Fowler, and the Broncs lead by 6.
Well, she's been hot so far. 8 points.
Jackson offensively averaging under 30 a game, going up against the second best defense in Star Valley. Right now, the Broncs winning the battle, but ending the run is a Hudson Kleeman jumper from the free throw line to make it 10-6.
And if you're the Lady Braves, you just got to concentrate on what works for you. Defense, not turning the ball over.
A little perimeter hand foul will be given to Ambry Nelson, stopping the clock at 3:06 to go in the first period.
First personal, second team foul. The Lady Braves here in the quarter. Avery England checks in for Star Valley, and Talia Miller in for the Lady Broncs.
Jackson will inbound on top of the Braves bench. Miller will toss it in. Ball tipped but collected by Fowler. She's hit back-to-back threes. Wants a heat check, deep triple, almost banked it, no good. Jackson will just about have the rebound, but it's taken away. Star Valley has it. Hudson Kleeman on the board.
That's going to be important for Star Valley. You got to corral those long rebounds like that. Good job there by Hudson.
Mackey feeds it to Kleeman. Extra pass down low. Shot didn't go over the rim for Kleeman, and it's loose jump ball call. Arrow does favor Star Valley. going to stay with the Lady Braves. Livy couldn't quite get it to crawl over the rim.
Jump ball, possession, Star Valley.
Braves basketball inbounding on the baseline. 2:43 to play in the first period. And a 4-point Jackson lead. Lady Bronx up 10-6. England inbounds. Lobs up to Mackey. One dribble pass back to England. Fakes left, drives right into the rim. Hook shot in. Avery hits the deck, but hits the shot as well. Makes it a 2-point game.
Talked about her confidence and her health growing with every game. That's more like what we saw for the last 2 months of last season.
Down to a 2-point difference now. Bronx still lead 10-8, and they'll have the ball around the outside. Rommel drives, kick out, Fowler, three, another one for Ari. And it's the Ari Fowler show here in the first period to make it 13-8.
You got to do a better job defensively there, but you also just got to ride it out. 21 made threes in the season. Well, she's got 3 in the first quarter.
Mackey drives baseline, clears it back out to England, goes in the lane. Runner bouncing no good. Rebound with a foul. Livy Kleeman couldn't get the shot off because of the foul. So this will be on the floor, and the Lady Braves have it with $1:54 remaining in the first.
Excellent post position here for Livy Kleeman. Here's that Fall River propane triple. And Fowler shoots about 26% from 3. Right now she's 3 of 5. So, like I said, got to kind of ride it out.
Inbound to the post, kick back outside and around the arc. England open 3 down the barrel. No good off the backboard, but rebounded by Star Valley. Foster has the board. Goes to Klima, tries to force the bounce pass down the lane, and it's stolen away. Another steal for the Bronx. Minute 35 to go in the opening period.
Sometimes the Lady Braves kind of fall in love with that bounce pass, and it bit them that time.
Green has it on the baseline for Jackson. Ball poked away by Livy Klima, but recollected by Green. She'll have it on the outside. Klima gets the steal this time, poked it away, has it out to England. Numbers for the Braves. Avery crossover ram, no good. Fight for the rebound, picked up by Livy. Her shot no good. Ball loose, still on the court. Star Valley digs up the rebound, kick out to Foster. Now to England. Cross court corner, McGee, 3, left side, no good. Fight for the rebound again. Ball down on the court. Bodies go down to get it. We're going to have a whistle and a jump ball call. Arrow this time favoring the Jackson Bronx with 58 seconds remaining in the first.
3 solid looks there for Star Valley. Got to be happy with the boards. Just would like to come away with some points on that possession, of course.
Stays a 5-point Jackson lead, up 13-8. Raised with a little backcourt pressure in the man-to-man defense. McGee over the top of a screen, but across the half court goes block for Jackson. She's double teamed in the front court, looks for some help, and there's going to be a timeout called by Coach Bingham of Jackson to make sure that they keep possession there in the front court. Back in 30, Jackson leads on SVI.
Whether you're courtside or mat side this season, it's also tax season. This is your Miles CPA tax tip. Filing an extension on your taxes only gives you more time to file your tax return. It doesn't give you more time to pay. If you owe taxes and wait to pay until you file or until the extension deadline, the IRS can and will charge you interest and possibly penalties, starting from the original tax date of April 15th. So even with an extension, it's smart to estimate and pay what you owe on April 15th to avoid extra costs.
You're watching live coverage of Star Valley Braves basketball on the SVI Sports Network. Here's Duke Dance and Dal Erickson.
Jackson basketball after calling their first time out of the game. 45 seconds remaining in the opening period. Bronx will inbound with Green on the sideline. Holding it, running out of time. Bounce passes, tipped but collected by Jackson. Block keeps possession for the Bronx. Hands off to Fowler on the perimeter. England's on her, has a screen. Hands off to Block around a screen for her. 3 down the barrel, no good. But rebound, put back, missed. England on the board for Star Valley. Tiptoes the side baseline and up the sideline and across half court. England stops on the left side wing and centers things up with 20 seconds remaining in the period. Feed to Hill, but lost it. Loose ball fought for. We're going to have a foul on Star Valley with 15.9 seconds remaining in the first.
Lady Braves being too reckless with the ball inside the paint here. You got to take care of it better than what you're doing right here. You're just giving the ball right back and then putting yourself back on your heels to play another session of tough defense.
Fowler, top of the floor. 10 seconds to go for Jackson with a 5-point lead. The Bronx throw it away, try to pass down low, but nobody home. Star Valley will have it with 7.5 seconds to go, full court in front of them.
Miller back in for Jackson.
McGee will inbound. Foster and England back there, but instead she goes to Hill. Clock is rolling. Hill back to McGee, still behind the timeline now across half court. 2-1. McGee pulls the trigger on the three, but way high and no good. And that will send us to the end of one with Jackson on top of Star Valley in the girls' varsity game, 13-8 on Jackson Hole Radio and the SVI Sports Network.
Technology in medicine is advancing all the time. Amazingly, Star Valley Health is keeping up with everywhere else. It provides people an opportunity to get care that is closer, but care that is the same or better quality. Our specialists are fellowship trained and board certified.
Doing care at Star Valley Health has made me feel like I've got a place at home that I can trust and rely on.
Hi, I'm Elise, and I've been dancing since I was 3, and I love it. I used to get nervous going places by myself, but I don't get worried anymore. Dance has helped me be brave and confident, and I am even on Desi's dance performing team now. I love being with my friends, and I love my teachers.
To learn more about how you or your child could not only develop their dance skills, but also develop as a person, visit Desi'sDance.com. Youth and adult classes are available. That's Desi'sDance.com.
Let's go back to the game with more live coverage of Star Valley High School sports on the SVI Sports Network.
In Jackson tonight, where the Lady Bronx have a 13-8 lead over the Star Valley Lady Braves. Beginning of the second period, it is going to be Star Valley basketball as they work around the outside perimeter. Lady Braves jumped out to a 4-0 lead. Jackson retook it, but there is a Star Valley orthodontics triple from Ari Foster.
That'll help. First made three-pointer for the Lady Braves tonight. They're now 1 of 4 as a team.
Cuts the lead down to 2, 13-11. And pressure on the front court by England knocks the ball out, stays with Jackson in the front court. Bronx will inbound with Holland. Triggers to Miller. Drives down to the baseline and no shot. Foster on the defense. Forces the ball back up top. And it's out of bounds. Lost by Jackson. Goes back to Star Valley down by 2.
That's an excellent little microcosm of how the Lady Braves want to play defense. They want to get deflections. They want to cause some hesitation, some mistakes from Jackson that turn into turnovers for you.
Jackson stays in the half-court trap. Star Valley breaks it. Foster down the right post, kicks it back outside. Extra pass around the arc. England along 2. Heels on the line and banks it in. Ties the game at 13 all.
Avery now with 4 points off the bench.
She's on defense now, covering block across the half court, forces the ball over to the left side. Zoe Green up top to Strickland. Feed over to the right side corner, now to block, goes down baseline. Good defense by Hill. Back outside to Rommel. She drives, no shot. Kick it back out. Ball down the post and some contact and a foul on Star Valley. That stops the clock at 6:46 to play in the second.
Foul going to go against Morgan McGee. Her second, first foul of the quarter. That's kind of an unfortunate one there for Morgan. That looked like it was out of control.
Inbound play here for Jackson. Fowler to throw it in. Goes to the outside. Handoff back to Fowler. England stays on her defensively. Feed down the lane. Runners there. Short. Rebound. Put back and in. It was Margaret Holland, one of the freshmen, who got her own rebound and put it back up and in.
The offensive boards are a little bit of a concern for the Lady Braves right now. They're giving up too many, in my opinion.
Lead back to Jackson. 15-13. And almost stolen by the Bronx, but out of bounds. Stays with Star Valley on their end.
Very fortunate not to turn the ball over there. Here's that last shot from Holland, and then nobody puts a body on her, so she just kind of keeps sliding all the way to the 10 and gets another opportunity.
Inbound to England, who goes to Nelson. Deep on the left wing. England up top. 6:12 to play in the second. Kick out. Mackey for 3 in the corner. No good. Too strong. Rebounded by Trinity Green. Jackson basketball. foul her across the half-court line. 6 minutes to go in the second period. Bronx by 2, 15-13. Ball moving around the outside, blocked back into the half-court circle. Picked up by Nelson with a bounce pass over to the left side to Green, who feeds it over to Zoe Green. Zoe and Trinity Green both on the court with the ball up top to Trinity. She drives, double team on the post, leans into it, scoops it up, no good. Rebounded by Hudson Kleeman, Star Valley basketball.
Really good defense here from Hudson.
Nelson on the right side wing, dribbles away from a double team. Mackey on the left side wing. Back up to Nelson. Ambry over to the right, picks up her dribble, and Mackey up on top. Sweet pass left to England. Double team there, has to give it back outside and around the arc. Nelson, double team for her, and a foul on Jackson as she tried to pass it away. And that will be the first foul of the period against the Bronx with 5:12 to play in the second.
Foul number 3, Hayden Block. As you mentioned, first foul against the Lady Bronx. Kira Allred checking in for the Lady Braves. Avery England has a seat. Avery with a really strong stretch right there.
Mackey inbounds backcourt to Nelson. She'll dribble across the timeline, pass to Allred, feed to Kleeman, back up and around the arc up top. Sweet pass right, Allred fakes right, passes left. Nelson drives post, runner on the left side, bounces on the rim but no good, and a jump ball on the rebound attempt. Arrow, I believe, favors Jackson, and it does. Bronx basketball.
First shot of the game, though, for Ambry, so I'd like to maybe see a couple more from her.
She has a steal on the inbound play, though. Gives it up after stealing it in the corner. Here's Allred now to the left side as Star Valley has possession. Dump down to Kleeman, kick out to Nelson, takes the 3 right wing, good! Ambry gives the lead to the Lady Braves on a Star Valley Orthodontics triple.
Lady Braves, after starting 0 for 4 from 3, they've hit their last couple.
16-15, pressure in the backcourt, dribbling up across the timeline on the left sideline is Holland. Stops with the back to the backboard on the 3-point line, and a timeout taken by Coach Bingham. And the Jackson Bronx will call a 30-second timeout. Lady Braves lead now by 1, 16-15, back in 30 on the SVI Sports Network.
Battleson Brothers has new inventory on the way, so they need to clear out current stock to make room. Everything must go. In-stock LVP has been discounted to $1.99 to $2.99 per square foot. In-stock carpet is marked down to between $1.39 to $2.49 per square foot. Carpet and LVP remnants are also on sale for just 99 cents per square foot, located a block south of the Arch in Afton.
Price, quality, service, Battleson Brothers Flooring.
At Western, students don't just earn degrees. They experience growth, friendships, and opportunities. Western Wyoming Community College. Enter here with passion and leave with purpose.
This is the SVI Sports Network with live coverage of Star Valley Braves basketball.
Second timeout called by Jackson. They'll have 3 remaining, all 5 still for Coach Erickson and the Braves. It is Jackson basketball now trailing by 1 after a 3-ball dropped in for Star Valley.
It's been a good start to the quarter for Star Valley. They're on an 8-2 run.
Almost have it still, they do. Bounces off Jackson, picked up by Nelson. Turnover by the Bronx. Nelson across the half-court line to Mackey. Her pass is tipped but collected by Kleeman, who's fouled on the post. This will be on the floor with 4:11 to play in the second period.
Foul will go against Trinity Green. First personal, second team foul here with 4:11 to go in the second.
Inbounding is Mackey on the baseline for the Lady Braves.
McGee back in, by the way, on that dead ball.
She collects the pass and she's fouled. This will be on the shot. She caught it on the low block right side, immediately went up for the shot. Draws the contact, and she's to the Riverside Dental free throw line for 2 attempts.
Hayden Block picks up her second personal, and now that's the third team foul against Jackson. Morgan McGee to the free throw line. We're on the season. She comes into the weekend, as I said, 85% from the free throw line. I don't mean to make this be too self-deprecating here, Duke, but how did we miss that? We played 12 games, and I had no idea Morgan was shooting 85% from the free throw line. That is stellar.
Well, she hits the first and knocks down the second, so 2 for 2 on that trip.
Boy, Try and get her there more if I had my say.
3-point lead for Star Valley. Jackson with the basketball now. Holland in the front court, hands off to Fowler. She's had 3 3-pointers in the first period, Fowler. And then England's been bumped on her, and she's back to Nelson covering Fowler. Ball tipped away, but picked up by Rommel. Stays with Jackson. She tries to pass to Fowler, and then it's going to be a foul on Nelson to stop the clock at 3:48.
Second personal on Ambry Nelson. Second team foul, so that's something to watch. Still got 3:48 to go. Obviously, if you're Coach Erickson, you would not want Nelson to pick up that third.
Jackson down by 3, inbounds to Fowler, dribbles into the lane, bounces to the outside with a short 2 for the baseline, no good. Rebounded and blocked out of bounds by Star Valley. Stays with Jackson on the baseline. 3:39 to play in the second period. Quite tell who got it. England and Hudson Kleeman both there, as you saw it on the Fall River Propane replay. Inbound left side key to Zoe Green, but there's going to be an offensive foul. Gives the ball back to the Lady Braves. Backcourt pressure once again for Jackson, a 3-quarter court trap. Mackey passes right side to England, dribbles across the half court, makes a move to get a little separation, and then passes to Nelson. 3:22 to play in the second. England, quick pass left to Mackey. McGee, extra pass to Hudson Kleeman, and she's fouled. Beautiful ball movement. Down around the arc to the post, then down to the baseline, and it's going to put Hudson Kleeman to the Riverside Dental free throw line.
Margaret Holland whistled for her second, 14 foul. And to the free throw line now is Hudson Kleeman. 70% for her this season. First one's good.
She'll have one more attempt. We have 3 minutes and 17 seconds to go before halftime. And a 4-point lead for Star Valley, matching their largest when it was 4-0. Free throw bounces a couple of times, but no good. Rebound for Strickland. Jackson basketball. Fowler in the backcourt. England with her across the timeline. Makes a move. England stays with her. Screen set. England underneath it. Fowler drives the post. Kick back outside to Rommel. She'll put up the long 2 on the right side post. May have been deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Star Valley, and it stays with... Nope, last touch by Jackson trying to save it. And it's going to be Star Valley basketball.
Yeah, somebody definitely got a piece of that. Couldn't quite see who it was. Timeout on the court. Looks like a 30-second.
2 minutes and 58 seconds to go in the second period. I believe the Star Valley timeout. We'll be back in 30 on SVI.
Discover the thrill of adventure with Salt River Motors, your go-to destination for Polaris side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and sleds. Gear up with premium off-road gear and accessories. And when you are on the road, Salt River Motors keeps you moving with a full automotive service department for tires, shocks, brakes, and comprehensive repair and general maintenance. Visit Salt River Motors on Highway 89 south of Etna or online at saltrivermotors.com.
Find high-resolution photos of today's game available for purchase online. Simply visit svinews.com and click the Photos tab.
So far in the second period, the Lady Braves defense has held Jackson to just 2 points, and it is Star Valley basketball. Braves with the lead by 4, 19-15. Backcourt pressure being put on by Jackson. Braves break it with a pass to Nelson, with the ball tipped and stolen. Trinity Green had the tip, and it's Jackson basketball the other way.
Winds up in the hands of Ari Fowler.
Fowler with it, has Foster on her. Screen set, the defense flips to Nelson, back on Fowler. Pass down low, tip loose, and Foster almost with the steal. Stays with Jackson on their baseline.
Here's that sequence again. Lady Braves they're almost being a little bit too aggressive here. Just really battling for the ball and probably just could have come down with it.
There is 4 team fouls on Jackson, 2 on Star Valley, with the pass to the outside to Zoe Green. Hands back off to Fowler. Defense switches over to England on her now. Now a nice pass down low, and the shot rolls over and in for Jacqueline Strickland. Makes it a 2-point game.
That's a good job. They kind of followed Fowler over the top of that screen, and it opened up some space for Strickland, and she went right to the hoop, and they found her for a bucket.
Foster passes to Nelson. Picks up her dribble, the pass to McGee, drives the right post, stops on the right side key, back outside to Nelson, who goes to Foster and over to Mackey. Dribble on the left side wing down to England. Bounce up to Mackey, and it's tipped and stolen. Actually trying to hit McGee, and it was tipped and stolen. Another Lady Bronx steal. They're collecting a lot of those here in the first half. Jackson on the other end. Fowler, long two, off balance, couldn't bank it in, and it's rebounded by Mackey. Star Valley basketball quickly up the right side, but numbers by the defense. Mackey will stop and let the offense catch up to her, and she'll pass right side. Foster, McGee, Foster, and around to Nelson, quickly over left side. No dribble passing here for Star Valley. Now a bounce pass to England. She'll dribble and kick it back up top to Nelson. One dribble pass to Mackey. Clock down to 1:20 to play before halftime. Star Valley leading by 2. Nelson holds it now on a long possession for the Lady Braves. Bounce pass to England. Drives baseline. Pull up Jay. Good.
Wow. Not an easy shot there. Had somebody in her face, and Avery still drains it. 6 points now for her.
64 seconds before halftime. Lady Braves back by 4, 21-17. On the outside, trying to go down low. Ball tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Foster, and it stays with the Bronx. And they have 56.8 on the clock.
Here's that last sequence on the Fall River propane replay. Nice shot there for Avery England.
Jackson inbounds baseline with a lob to Strickland. Has the ball tipped. Fighting for it is Foster, but Strickland will keep possession of it. Hands off to Fowler. Has a screen up top. Works back from right to left. Goes behind her to Zoe Green. Mackey's on her defensively with a pass over to Rommel. Screen set. Rommel for 3. Bouncing on the rim, no good. Ball tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Jackson. You'll say it was tipped out by Fowler, and it stays or goes back to Star Valley.
So my 2 cents here, Duke. Under 40 seconds to go. 14 fouls on Jackson. Lady Braves going to go right in the paint here and see if they can get an and one, or at very least get to the free throw line. You got that bonus just sitting there waiting for you.
Pressure at the half court again by the Jackson defense. England breaks it with a pass to Mackey. Back to England. Plenty of time still. 28 seconds and counting on the clock. Drive, kick over to Mackey. Just inside the 3. Dribbles baseline and back up top to England. Squares things up. Nelson at 18 seconds. Nelson back to England, just outside the circle. Left side, McGee. Bounce pass down low, in the lane. Hook shot by England, no, but a foul, and that puts her to the Riverside Dental free throw line. 10.4 seconds to go with Star Valley up by 4.
Foul's going to go against Jacqueline Strickland, her first 15th foul. This one on the shot anyway. England to the line to shoot a pair. She's had a solid first half. That one a bit too long, no good.
Stays a 4-point difference. 10.4 seconds remaining in this second period, and one more from the Riverside Dental free throw line for the junior Avery England. And the rainbow is no good, but rebounded by Foster. Clears it back outside. Extra possession for the Braves. 6-5 drive. England offensive foul is called against Star Valley. They actually get Ambry Nelson, who was driving in, and gives it back to Jackson with 4.6 to go in the second. There's a look at it on the Fall River propane replay. And it's going to be Jackson ball with Trinity Green inbounding. Backcourt, Star Valley in the full court press with 4.6 to go. Trying to force Jackson to take time off the clock. It's stolen by England. Goes to Foster. Jumper at the buzzer. No good. And it will take us to halftime. Lady Braves lead by 4 in Jackson tonight. Star Valley 21, Jackson 17. Live coverage on both Jackson Hole Radio along with Swift 98 and SVI Media. It's all part of the SVI Sports Network and the Simplot Smoky Can You Mind halftime show.
Feeling overwhelmed by managing your finances? Simplify your life with First Bank of Wyoming. We offer a full range of banking services, all under one roof. From checking and savings accounts to loans, mortgages, and rewards credit cards, we've got you covered. Plus, our convenient online banking and top-notch mobile app put you in control of your finances anytime, anywhere. First Bank of Wyoming, the only stop you need for all your banking needs.
In the heart of the Rockies, land is more than property. It's a legacy. Whether you're buying a family ranch, a mountain retreat, or selling farmland, it takes local knowledge and trusted hands. Austin Callison and Andy Neal, licensed in Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming, bring unmatched experience with Hayden Outdoors, the West's premier land brokerage. Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land.
I think being in a small town, you
really care and you take more pride in the work that you do because you're working with your neighbors. These are people that you see out in the community. You know, you see them at kids' sporting events and parent-teacher conferences and the grocery store. You know, these are our neighbors.
One of the reasons that people also come back to us is they trust us because we are friends, we are family. And so I think there's a lot of trust in the community.
Where do legends come from? Some start as dreamers, even after they're turned down again and again. But everyone deserves a chance to prove themselves.
You know, this is the place that gave me an opportunity to come here and play the game that I love.
At the University of Wyoming, we're the team that believes you can do anything. This is where underdogs come to shine and where real MVPs are made.
Halftime coverage is presented by Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, supporting local families and communities. Visit Simplot.com.
Live on Swift 98 and SVI Media, also welcoming those joining us from the Jackson Hole radio side of the broadcast. I'm Duke Dance with Dal Erickson in Jackson Hole High School tonight. We're the Star Valley Lady Braves taking on the Jackson Hole Lady Broncs, and at the half, it's Star Valley 21, Jackson 17, and I think it's been kind of the story of the game so far has been the turnovers, Dal, for both these two teams.
Well, I actually feel like Jackson, I mean, yeah, they've had their share of just throwing it away, but they've also gone pretty long stretches of taking care of it, and then they forced Star Valley into several turnovers of their own, more steals than maybe what we've seen recently. And then, you know, when you can get such a fast start from Ari Fowler, that kind of staked them to an early lead. And at the half, it's still anybody's game.
It is. Let's take a look at this score deep in the numbers with the Battleson Brothers Flooring halftime battle stats.
Well, that's definitely one of the big parts of that first half was Ari Fowler shooting from distance. Came into the weekend shooting 21 of 82 from the three-point line, 26%, but started 3 of 5 in this first half. She's got 11 points to lead all scorers. And as I mentioned right before tip-off, she needs some help. Still looking for that help. She did get a couple of baskets from some of her teammates, Jacqueline Strickland, Margaret Holland, Trinity Green, all with 2 points apiece. Rebounding-wise, Jackson's done a great job on the offensive glass. I feel like I've got them with a 3-rebound disadvantage, but probably 4 or 5 of those are offensive boards, and so a chance to put it up and in and get extra points. That's definitely helped them in this first half. 3 of 7 from the three-point line, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Star Valley getting 6 first half points from Avery England. Had a chance to add to it there right before the break. Missed a couple of free throws. Ruby Hill had a quick start. She's got 4 points. 3 points apiece for Hudson Kleeman and Ari Foster, as well as Ambry Nelson. 2 points for Morgan McGee. Steals, Cam Mackey has 3 of them in that first half. Lady Braves 2 of 6 from 3 and 5 of 8 from the free throw line, and just a 4-point differential here at the break. That's your halftime battle stats.
Presented by Battleson Brothers Carpet One Floor and Home, where you find quality, price, and service. Located a block south of the Arch in Afton. That is Battleson Brothers Flooring, with the Lady Braves on top, 21-17 at the break. Presented by Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine. Now let's see if we can give away some Froyo, a free gift certificate on the line right now for frozen yogurt from Swirl in downtown Afton with our halftime trivia question.
This one might skew more an advantage to some of our older listeners. The question tonight, Star Valley and Jackson have met in the state championship twice in their history. Name one of the 2 locations those games were played. Use our texted number 307-203-4637. One of the 2. First correct answer wins that gift certificate from Star of 89.
We'll be watching 203-4637, 21-17 Lady Braves over the Bronx at the break. It's the Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine halftime show on Jackson Hole Radio, along with SVI Media, Swift 98, and the SVI Sports Network.
Welcome to Aspen Physical Therapy. Let our team help you out with your healthcare needs. We work with a wide variety of patients, from car accidents to strains and sprains to injured athletes to post-surgical care. We have a number of modalities and different procedures we use to help people, including dry needling and our radial pulse wave machine. We have offices in Thane and Afton and are open Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 8 to 5. Tuesdays and Thursdays we are out seeing our home health patients. Aspen Physical Therapy, getting you back to work, to play, to life.
Bill Neeb, I operate Teton Truss. We build
roofing trusses, floor trusses, wall panels, and affordable homes. My relationship with Bank of Star Valley is very personable. I can call down to Thane, we're on a first name basis. I think Bank of Star Valley also uses character as well as credit score when it comes to making decisions. My dad once told me, going into business, you need a personal relationship with your banker, and I get just that.
Live coverage of Star Valley Sports on the SVI Sports Network is made possible by TerraPower, a nuclear innovation company. The Right Company, your local siding and gutter experts. Call Ready Mix, located north of Afton. Miles Beverage, proud to sponsor Star Valley Sports. Hillam Orthodontics, generations serving generations since 1966. And by Star Valley Glass and Lock, automotive, residential, and commercial glass.
This is the Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine Halftime Show, bringing Earth's resources to life. Visit Simplot.com.
See job openings for Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine and Simplot locations around the nation. Join the Simplot family. See job openings at Simplot.com. That is Simplot.com. At the break, the Lady Braves leading Jackson 21-17. Let's see how Star Valley's fared so far with those Star Valley Health keys to the game.
Well, key number one, you got to play like nothing is owed. I actually give credit to Jackson for coming out and playing tough. You know, when you've lost this many in a row to one of your rival teams, one of your conference teams, sometimes I think you get kind of stuck in that quicksand early on. That has not been the case in this first half. Jackson's played tough in this first half. Lady Braves need to continue to play with urgency, especially on the defensive end. Looking for a fast start. I thought Jackson actually had the faster start in this game. We can also carry that over into the third quarter here for Star Valley if you'd like. And then balanced offense, I think you got to be happy with the way that's going right now. You got 6 points, 4 points, 3-3-3, just more of the same. I think you'll be in good shape if you can keep doing that if you're the Lady Braves.
That's the Star Valley Health keys to the game, offering the keys to your great health, compassionate care, every person, every time. Visit StarValleyHealth.org. Amelia Kazare standing by courtside. She had a chance to catch up with Coach Kate Erickson, get his thoughts on the first half. Here's the Miles CPA courtside report. Millie.
Coach Erickson said the first half has been a little bit of a battle. Jackson did a good job forcing fouls and limiting assists, which led to foul trouble for players like Morgan and Amber. Heading into the second half, Erickson told me they need to move the ball more effectively and make a few defensive adjustments, like when it comes to fighting through screens. Despite getting down early, he's proud of the girls for staying composed and making smart decisions and being in the right spots on the floor. Coach Erickson hopes those adjustments and continued ball movement will help Star Valley pull away in the second half. Back to you.
Thank you, Millie Kazare, with the Miles CPA courtside report. Find Miles CPA in Afton and Alpine. Now let's see if we have a winner of your trivia question.
And our question was, Star Valley and Jackson have met in the state championship twice in their history. Name one of the two locations those games were played, and they were played in Torrington and Rock Springs, 1979, 1980. How about that?
Not places you typically guess, and apparently that's the case because no winners for the halftime trivia presented by Star of 89 Swirl and the Giftery. Follow them on their social media pages for updates on the Soup of the Week, sales, and froyo flavors from Star of 89. That's it for the Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine halftime show. Star Valley basketball to open up the third period of play with the Lady Braves up 21-17. Star Valley in Jackson in the road crimson with the gold trim and numbers. Jackson in their home whites today. It is Star Valley working around the outside. Here's McGee up to Nelson. Fakes right, dribbles left, has the screen, and kicks to Hill. Ruby, left side key, spins, lost it, picked it up in the paint, kicks it back outside to Mackey. Quick pass to McGee. Right side wing, bounce down low. Kleeman, spin back to McGee. Missed it, was deflected. Great pass, though, but McGee not able to hit it. It was deflected and rebounded by Jackson. Double team, and they clear it back out to Fowler.
That's a great job of quick hands there from Jackson. That looked like it's going to be a pretty layup from Morgan McGee, and instead turned away for nothing.
First possession of the half now for Jackson. Still trailing 21-17. They'll work it on the outside. Fowler drives, got caught in a double team, and feeds it to the right side corner to Green. Tries to go down low inside, but it's knocked around and loose. Picked up by Mackey for the steal.
4th steal already for Cam Mackey.
Ball down low to Nelson. One dribble shot, no, but a foul. And Ambry Nelson to the Riverside Dental free throw line. That was a good find on the half-court pass to get her down low.
Trinity Green whistled for her 2nd personal, 1st team foul here in the 3rd. Ambry to the line for the first time tonight. First one is no good. Lady Braves have missed 3 straight free throws now. Ambry will try and collect 1 of 2 here.
Dribbles, spins the ball, and leaves it short. It'll be rebounded by Jackson. And a quick foul on Star Valley. Rebounded by Zoe Green, who gets tripped up.
And that's foul 4 on Ambry Nelson. So picks up her 3rd with under 5 seconds left in the 2nd quarter, and then picks up her 4th in the first minute 7 of the 3rd. That is absolutely not what you want for your Star Valley.
So Ambry's out. She's on the bench. She's going to be there a while. And the ball lost out of bounds. And it stays, nope, goes back to Star Valley.
I see they said she just lost the handle, I guess.
So it was not touched by the Lady Braves. Inbound to England, goes to Hudson, takes the 3, left wing, got it. Hudson Kleeman, a Star Valley Orthodontics triple, the lead up to 7.
And that's one thing, you got someone like Ambry having a seat, you got to fill that void, and Hudson steps right in there and knocks down the triple.
Here's a 3 on the other end by Block, too strong on the right wing, no good. Fight for the rebound, we're going to have a jump ball call. Arrow favors Jackson, the Lady Bronx will keep it on their side.
Here's that last sequence, Hudson Kleeman gets the open 3 and knocks it down, her first of the game. Star Valley now 3 of 7 from beyond the arc so far tonight.
Ari Fowler will inbound baseline for the Lady Bronx. Star Valley up 24-17, their largest lead of the game here in Jackson. Lady Bronx inbound into the key to Holland, back to the backboard, spin, shot, off the square but too strong, no good. Loose ball, fought for and won on the rebound by Zoe Green. Kick out, 3, no. Ball on the court, rebounded by Jackson, then lost it out and out of bounds. Star Valley basketball going the other way.
Zoe Green's done a good job on the glass tonight. Her 4th rebound, very nearly comes up with another one right there.
Pressure in the backcourt again by Jackson. Mackey on the dribble. Comes up to the circle and now across half court. Feed to Kleeman in the corner. Takes another one off the rim, that time no good. Rebounded on the backside by Fowler. McGee tries to tie her up, but Fowler dribbles away and across half court. 2-on-2 on the other end. Fowler to the rim, no good. Rebound though by the trailer, and there's going to be a jump ball call after the rebound came down to Trinity Green, but Star Valley did a good job tying her up. Arrow favors Star Valley this time.
I will say though, Star Valley playing with fire right there. They did not stop the ball, and Ari Fowler took it all the way in. That very easily could have been a layup, an and one. You got to stop the ball going to the basket like that. Otherwise, Ari Fowler might get hot again.
Mackey wants to drive, kicks it back to England. Works to McGee, fakes the 3, drives, bounce down to Hudson Kleeman, Livy Kleeman rather, and Livy scores in the lane. Great pass and assist.
It's a beauty of a pass from Morgan McGee.
Star Valley now up by 9, 26-17. Ball tipped and stolen by Hudson. Finds England, who dribbles across half court. Pass right to Mackey. Has it above the right corner, 1-on-1 down low. Livy shoot, no, but a foul. Livy 1-on-1 on the low block, and she goes to the Riverside Dental free throw line.
Really like how Livy's not intimidated. She's given up a little bit of height and length there on that matchup, but she's a senior. She's going to battle up there and get these free throws, and hopefully she can reverse the fortunes of the Lady Braves. They've missed their last 4 when we come back.
It's a timeout, Jackson, full timeout. 60-second break on SVI.
At Fall River Propane, we're not just your propane provider. We're the ones who make sure life keeps moving. Fall River Propane. Experience the difference.
I'm Viola Jones. I'm the owner and baker of Sourdough Nest. One thing that helped us immensely was SVI Media. We were new to town and they didn't really know about us. If you're a new business or even an older business and you want people to know about you, you'll definitely get your money's worth to go to SVI. I appreciate SVI especially for their marketing and to help us out.
To learn more, visit svinews.com/advertising.
Third quarter coverage on the SVI Sports Network is presented by REIC Rentals, formerly known as Black Mountain Rental. Visit REICSpecialty.com.
At the Riverside Dental free throw line is Livy Kleeman. Will knock down the first. She'll have one more to go.
That's a friendly rim. Livy trying to go 2 for 2. Got it. 4 points now for Livy Kleeman.
Makes an 11-point lead now for Star Valley. Jackson scored 13 points in the first period. Since then, they've been held to 4. 28-17, Jackson basketball. Drive, shot, no, but a foul on Star Valley will stop the clock at 4:54 to play in the third period and puts Jackson to the free throw line.
Livy Kleeman whistled for that one. Just kind of coattailing that thought, Duke. I noticed Avery England defensively has been on Ari Fowler since that start, and she has really made it different. I think Fowler's only had 2 shots since then, and they've both been really rushed. So got to credit the defense of Avery England, in my opinion.
Free throw by Zoe Green is no good. Second attempt too strong, but rebounded by Jackson. Dribble, shot, too strong off the square. Loose ball, picked up by Kleeman. Hudson Kleeman outlets to England. Has McGee down the floor, but a travel call as she tried to pass it from half court. We'll turn it back over. 4:45 to play in the REIC Rentals third period.
Here's a look at that sequence. Getting a little bit of ahead of herself there. Would have been a layup there for Morgan McGee.
Inbound play for Jackson to the front court. McGee staying with Zoe Green. Doesn't let her to the rim. Outside Holland and an offensive foul. A moving screen on Jackson.
Jacqueline Strickland going to pick up her third team foul as well with 4:36 to go in the quarter. Star Valley has 2. And Kate Gaskell checking in. Kate got in a little bit last week against Riverton, and she's going to get some time here.
Lady Braves feed it to the left side. Go down low to Kate, and then she'll pick up a loose ball, drive in, no good. Fight for the rebound, and it's a jump ball call. The bench came alive because they thought Gaskell was about to get a bucket and just missed it. It was a great move, as you can see on the replay here.
Yeah, just a little bit off.
It's going to be Jackson basketball. They'll inbound against the full court press being put on by Star Valley. Finds Zoe Green, works up the right side. McGee's with her, finds a screen and across the half court. 4:10 to go in the third period. Star Valley leading Jackson 28-17. Here's a drive shot, good, and a foul. Ari Fowler, aggressive on the right post, fading away with contact.
This is one of those situations where you're playing good D, but if you're Star Valley, you don't need to bail her out here. Make her make that shot. That is an incredibly tough shot. Instead, you foul her on top of it. And her name's Fowler. Of course she's going to make it.
Makes it a 3-point play.
14 points in the game for Ari Fowler. She's obviously carrying the offensive load. 14 of their 20 points.
4:07 to go in the third period. 3 team fouls apiece. Lady Braves still lead it 28-20. England almost had it turned over. A quick pass and then back to the inbounder. Avery almost wasn't back in bounds.
Well, and this is a luxury Coach Erickson has. Ambry Nelson on the bench with those 4 fouls. You still have players like Avery England and Cam Mackey to handle the ball for you.
Star Valley with the ball around the front court arc. Bounce down low. Bounce pass is stolen, but then recollected by Star Valley, and then up and down, a travel call. They're going to get Livy Kleeman on that one, and it's Jackson possession.
I love how unselfish Star Valley is, Duke. You need to be a little selfish. That's an open 10-foot shot. I'd love to see Livy just put that in.
Jackson inbounding against the full court press. Ball knocked out by Foster, trying to go for the steal. Stays with Jackson.
I'll just clarify, that's not selfish. The whole point is to get an open shot.
Ball moving around the ball moving on the baseline. Inbound to Fowler. Up ahead to Rommel, one-on-one, and knocked away from behind by England.
Wow.
England running the full court. They're going to get her on a foul, actually.
I'll tell you what, though, Avery looks pretty healthy. She is sprinting around. She's staying in front of people defensively. Got just enough of a hand there on the follow-through. 14th foul on Star Valley, however.
Here's a three. Fowler, a little separation off a screen. No good. Rebounded by Gaskell, and she's fouled in the backcourt. Gives Jackson their fourth as well. 3:27 to play in the third.
Zoe Green's first. Each team now with 4 fouls, so 3:27 to go in the quarter. We're probably looking at some bonus free throws here for both squads.
Pressure in the backcourt. Foster inbounds to England. No pressure across the timeline for her. Works back to Foster. Deep on the left to England up top. Working against the zone defense. Hudson below the line, clears it back out to Foster. And the Braves reset with 3:08 to go in the third. Pass down low, triple team shot, no good. Backside rebound by Star Valley, clears it back outside. England drives, runner in the lane, short, got her own rebound. Dribble, lost it, and we'll have a jump ball. Arrow favors Star Valley, it will stay on their end.
If I'm the Lady Braves, you got to continue to be aggressive. You got that bonus sitting right there with 2:57. Obviously, you don't just want to try and just get contact. You want to try and get a good quality shot, but you need to remain to be aggressive.
Ari Foster on the outside. Couple dribbles, feeds to England, back out. Mackey for three, left wing, off the rim, no. Rebounded by Foster, misses the putback though. Fight for the board and is pulled out by Jackson on the run. Holland stops on the right side, pivots, passes, Rommel three, no good. Ball tipped, loose, collected by Jackson. Right side corner, ball through the hands and picked up by Mackey. Mackey goes up, stop, shot, blocked, but a foul. And that will put Cam Mackey to the Riverside Dental free throw line. She'll have 2 shots. A lot of action back and forth, and we're at 2:24 to play in the third.
Fourth personal on Trinity Green. I've missed one somewhere. Mackey to the line, first time tonight. First one is too strong. Lady Braves a little cold from the line right now. Cam on the season, coming into the weekend, just 7 of 9. I say just because I assume she's been to the line more times than that.
One more from the Riverside Dental free throw line. Mackey too strong. Rebounded by Strickland. She has it in the backcourt. Jackson possession. Screen set. Pass to Fowler. Dribbles across half. 2:13 to play in the third period. Lady Braves leading at 28-20. Been a long time since they've scored though. Jackson basketball. Fowler off a screen, picked up by McGee. Up top to Rommel. Fires the three. No good. Rebounded by Star Valley. On the board was Gaskell. Lady Braves basketball with McGee dribbling across half court. Right side. Fowler three on the wing. Oh! Rolled down, almost fell in and no good. And then we're going to have a rebound foul on Star Valley.
That thing made 2 revolutions around the cylinder. How does this not drop? 1, 2.
And then it looked like it was going to fall in there.
That is a tough break. And then Fowler whistled for the foul. Second personal, so Jackson will walk up the court and shoot some free throws. This is Holland coming into the weekend at 2 of 4 is all from the free throw line. So hasn't been there a lot. This one's too strong, no good.
Still 28-20. Star Valley leading, Jackson on the line. 1:48 to go in the REIC Rentals third period of play. Second free throw is good. Makes it 28-21, a 7-point difference. Backcourt is all red across the timeline. Double team, bounces to Hill. Wants to drive, tough runner, no good. Offensive foul. Ruby being aggressive, picks up another whistle, and it goes back to Jackson.
First personal on Ruby. No free throws because it is an offensive foul. And this next 97 seconds, the Braves defensively, they got to dig in here, see if they can get some deflections or a steal.
Inbound Fowler. Jackson with the basketball, working across the half court. Fowler still with the dribble. McGee picks her up at the three-point line. Rommel up top. Double team, lost it, but picked up by Block. Works over to Fowler. Clock down to 1:20. Right side elbow, Strickland. Now Fowler again. Drives and hands off to Block outside. In the lane. Scoop. Good. And a foul. What a shot for Hayden Block. Driving the lane. Lobbed it up down low. Contacted in.
Get Ari Foster for that foul. Her third free throw is no good.
Ruby Hill on the board, all the momentum with Jackson. They've cut this down to a 5-point game. 1:05 to go in the third period. Both teams in the bonus. Star Valley needing some points here. McGee, Hill, light right side key, kick back out. Foster three, left wing, no good. Long rebound pulled in by Star Valley, and a foul on the perimeter as Allred had the board, and Kira goes to the Riverside Dental free throw line, 2 shots.
And the Lady Braves, they're leaving the door open here. A lot of missed free throws. They've put Jackson at the line here lately. Allred with a chance here to just add a couple points. Good job. First free throw was good. Before that free throw, the Lady Braves were 7 of 14 from the line, and that's a stat that they had been better than that this season, 64% coming into the weekend. We'll see if Allred can add another couple of percentage points here. She does.
Hit them both. 7-point Lady Braves lead, 30-23, 52 seconds to go in the REIC Rentals third period of play in Jackson Hole High School. Fowler has the screen, works it right, drives in, split the D, tough shots in. The junior has 2 more, 30-25.
16 points for Fowler, and she's
already in trouble on the outside. Tie up, jump ball, Jackson possession, and a chance for the Bronx to make it a 1-possession game. Holland will inbound. Goes to Fowler on the run. Clock is rolling under 28 seconds.
You do not want to foul if you're the Lady Braves.
Ball loose, but picked up by Strickland. Back outside with the dribble. Has a screen. Defense stays with her. Hands off to Zoe Green. Clock at 15. Braves leading it by 5, but Jackson battling back in it. Fowler with 10. On the perimeter. 8-7. Screen. Deep 3. Bouncing high off the rim. No, but rebounded by Jackson. Perimeter. 1. Shot at the buzzer. No. And after the REIC Rentals third period, Bronx battle back. It's Star Valley 30, Jackson 25 on Jackson Hole Radio and also Swift 98 and the SVI Sports Network.
At Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, safety is our top priority, not just for our employees, but for their families too. Our commitment extends beyond the workplace as we proudly support and contribute to the local community in meaningful ways. We're more than just a mine. We're a pillar of strength for those who live here. Discover how we make a difference at Simplot.com. Join us in fostering a safer, stronger community. Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine.
The remodel of the hot tub at Kodiak Mountain Resort in Afton has been completed and is open for guests. Kodiak has also begun construction for a swimming pool and additional hot tub, which will open for guests only soon. Book your stay at KodiakMountainResort.com. Star Valley Sports on SVI are presented by Edward Jones Financial Advisors Kyle Terry, creating tailored solutions to address your financial needs, and by Rusty's Tree Service, the tree removal experts. Call 248-2442.
Fourth quarter coverage of the SVI Sports Network is presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. Local agents Andy Neild and Austin Callison.
Star Valley basketball to open up the fourth period of play. Lady Braves leading by 5. Inbound backcourt to Avery England, who's under immediate pressure. Able to dribble away from it and get across the half-court line. Avery still with the handle, picks up the dribble and goes to Nelson, who's back in the game with 4 fouls. Hudson Kleeman on the right side. Works up to Mackey. Now to Nelson. Drive, shot, no good with a foul. And that's why you want Ambry in the game. She drives on the left side angle and to the line for the and one.
Foul against Harley Rommel, her first team foul. Yeah, Nelson sat for all but 1:07 of that third quarter. Free throw is good.
Makes it an 8-point Star Valley lead, 33-25. Quickly down the floor goes Fowler to the rim, split the D, no good, tough shot. No foul as bodies hit the deck. They let him play through it, and a timeout taken by Coach Erickson, and he's hot.
I don't blame him. I don't see how this isn't a call one way or the other. You got two players just crashing into each other under the basket.
30-second timeout. I think he's more hot at his players, actually.
Well,
it's going to be a quick, aggressive, vocal timeout, and his players right back to the court.
I guess I have shown my colors then.
That was one of those timeouts just to let his team know what he's feeling.
Well, it's stuff that they probably worked on all week that they're not doing, and they know they need to be doing it. Just a reminder that that's why this game is single digits right now.
It is Star Valley basketball. 3 timeouts remain for Star Valley, 2 remain for Jackson. Braves basketball, 7:23 to play in the fourth period. 33-25, Braves on top. Ball moving around the outside with England. Works to Nelson. Kicked over to Mackey. And up top again to Nelson. Couple dribbles, drive, jumper at the free throw line. Left it short, no good. Save, though, before it goes out of bounds by Kleeman, and then stolen away by Jackson. Zoe Green on the steal. Bronx down the floor. Able to get it down to Strickland. Shot, no, but a foul. And stops the clock at 6:58 to go in the fourth. And that puts Jacqueline Strickland to the free throw line.
Lady Braves had 2 players trying to save that in, and I think they got caught a little bit behind. Foul is going to go against Hudson Kleeman, her first team foul. Strickland free throw banks it in.
Makes it 33-26, 1 team foul apiece.
Before that, Strickland had been 0 for 6 from the free throw line. She gets another.
Shot is away, too strong, fight for the board, and saved by Kleeman somehow. Livy saves it, and then almost stolen from behind. It is poked away, and Jackson picks up the loose ball. Pressure in the backcourt by Mackey, and a travel call. Mackey stuck with it in the backcourt, forces the turnover, and Lady Braves keep it. 6:40 to play in the fourth. 33-26, Star Valley on top, 1 team foul apiece. England inbounds to Nelson in the backcourt. Again, Ambry with 4 fouls. Has it up top, pass to England, feed to Livy, right side key, ball moving outside again. Nelson drives, jumper below the line, short, no, fights for the rebound, and Rama will have it for Jackson. Ball almost tipped and stolen by Mackey, but the Bronx keep possession. Zoe Green across the half-court line with 6:15. 3, no. Rebound loose, saved by England, picked up by Star Valley. England across the half-court, pressing the pace. Ball movement down low, shot no, but a foul, and Livy Kleeman now to the Riverside Dental free throw line. She'll have 2 attempts.
Again, excellent job of Livy to get good post position down there, and you really have no choice down there. You're just out of position, and Livy's got a great shot at putting that up and in, and Holland whistled for her 3rd personal. 2nd team foul. Livy's free throw is no good.
Another miss. Fourth quarter coverage presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. Local agents Andy Nield and Austin Callison, the brand that sells the land at HaydenOutdoors.com.
Lady Braves 10 of 18 from the line. Livy had been 2 for 2, gets 1 of 2 this time, and she's got 5 points.
Jackson inbounding, down 34-26, 6 minutes to go in the fourth period. Right side block, has the ball poked away but recollected. It stays with Jackson, poked again by England. Star Valley in the zone, rotating around the arc. Here's a 3 that's missed, rebounded by Nelson. Star Valley basketball, Ambry on the run across the half court right side. Goes center court with it now, dribbling with 5:35 to go in the fourth. England left, bounce pass down low, and a reach-in foul. That's going to be against Margaret Holland. Stops the clock, 5:33 to play in the fourth on the third Jackson team foul.
Fourth personal on Holland, third team foul. So some foul trouble for the Lady Broncs. Holland has 4, Trinity Green has 4, Lady Braves Ambry Nelson has 4.
Star Valley inbounds to McGee, down low, shot no good. Fight for the rebound, we're gonna have a jump ball call. Livy Kleeman was right there. Arrow favors Jackson, it's Bronc basketball. Still anybody's game, 8-point difference, 5:30 to go in the fourth. 34-26, Star Valley. Jackson with the ball. 3 on the other end, misses. Rebounded by England. Star Valley has the ball back. Avery across the half-court line. Pass to Nelson. Ambry on the left wing. England up top, back to Nelson. Drives the angle, can't get to the rim. Picks up the dribble with a pass to Kleeman. Goes down low to McGee. Lost the ball on the court, then a Star Valley foul.
Pass, that was a tough pass to complete. Ends up just off the fingertips of Kleeman. Fowler comes up with the steal, and then she's fouled by Livy. That'll be, I thought it was her third, but they're going to say it was her second.
Jackson basketball around the outside. They'll work the perimeter. Fowler, 3 down the barrel, no good. She hit those 3 in the first period, but she's gone cold since from deep.
Yeah, hasn't made one since. Now 3 of 8.
Star Valley basketball, Nelson to England. 4:38 to play in the fourth period. Foul on Jackson, trying to poke the ball away from Nelson. This will be against Zoe Green. And that's the 5th team foul or 4th? Just the 4th.
I believe that's a 4th. Second personal on Green, but now with 4:36 for your Star Valley, you can be extra aggressive and get yourself to the free throw line.
Still Lady Braves basketball. Mackey, Nelson up top as they swing around the arc. Now down to McGee. Jumper on the post. Too strong, no good. Rebounded though by Mackey. Clears it back outside. England, top of the key. Works to McGee in the paint. No shot. Nelson drives. Tough one, no good. Fight for the rebound again and pulled away by Jackson. Then poked out of bounds by Mackey. He's going to stay with the Broncs. They'll inbound side out.
Hardy Rommel checks in for the Lady Broncs. Livy Kleeman will have a seat, and back in for Star Valley is Hudson Kleeman.
Jackson works the outside. 4 minutes to go in the fourth period. Mackey has a steal, works to England, alone on the run on the other end. Too strong, no good. There is a foul though. And Avery England will go to the Riverside Dental free throw line, 2 shots.
Hayden Block whistled for her third. Avery to the line. She's 0 for 2 tonight on the season. It's 1 of 7 coming into the weekend. That one's good. That's a percentage where you're like, well, that's going to go up at some point.
She has 1 more, pushes the game to a 9-point difference. Second free throw, too strong, no good. Rebounded by Jackson. Trinity Green on the board. Runs, tries to kick it back outside, does the block, but no shot. Fowler, deep 3 down the middle. Too strong again and no good. Rebounded by Mackey. Cam across the half court. Looks to Nelson. No good, but a foul. Pass was just a little bit too late. Nelson came down with it, went back up, and she does go to the Riverside Dental free throw line.
And that is foul number 5 on Trinity Green, so she will foul out. And Ambry Nelson will go to the line where she's 1 of 3 tonight, but how many times have we seen Ambry Nelson salt a lead away from the free throw line over her career? She's basically a 3-year starter. She'll get a pair here to try and bump this up to a double-digit lead.
Clock is stopped at 3 minutes and 38 seconds remaining in the Hayden Outdoors Real Estate fourth period. Nelson dribbles on the Riverside Dental free throw line, and the first one too strong and no good.
Lady Braves 12 of 22 at the line.
Second attempt, no good. Rebound pulled in by Jackson. Zoe Green on the board, then stolen by Hudson Kleeman. Lost it, but threw it to England, who has the ball. Mackey back to England. Can't get to the rim. Back to Mackey. Ball tipped and a foul on Jackson. Trying to get that loose ball in the bonus. and so Star Valley back to the Riverside Dental free throw line.
Hayden Block whistled for her fourth.
Looks like a timeout will be taken. Free throws when we return. 3:25 to go in the fourth period. This will be a Star Valley timeout, a 60-second variety on SVI Sports.
Ever wish you could be the boss of your home Wi-Fi? Well, with Home Zone by Silver Star, now you can. It's like having your own Wi-Fi command center right in your pocket. Whether it's setting up a guest network for visitors, controlling what your kids can access, or checking your connection speed, Home Zone has you covered. With Protect IQ, you'll have a virtual bodyguard for your Wi-Fi, blocking unwanted threats before they reach your devices. Home Zone by Silver Star. Wi-Fi control, coverage, and security all in one.
Drive your career forward by joining the LCSD2 Transportation Department. We're now hiring for part-time bus aides starting at $16.75 per hour. Full-time route drivers earn $22 per hour, working only during the school year. Substitute driver and substitute aide positions are also available. Explore these rewarding opportunities and become a vital part of our education system. For more information, visit lcsd2.org and click job openings. That's lcsd2.org and click job openings.
Live fourth quarter coverage is provided by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Visit HaydenOutdoors.com.
Senior Cameron Mackey to the Riverside Dental free throw line coming out of the Star Valley timeout. She'll have 2 free throw attempts here in the bonus, and the first is good to make it a 10-point Star Valley lead.
First point of the game for Cam, but 5 rebounds, which is the team high, and 6 steals in this game.
Second free throw, back iron, no good. Rebound to Zoe Green, then stolen by Kleeman. Put it up and too strong, no good. Back to Jackson with the rebound to Holland. Up the left sideline. Clock rolls down to 3:13 remaining in the fourth. Rommel on the perimeter now for the Bronx. Couple dribbles with a pass back up top. Back to Rommel, open 3 right wing. Too strong. Rebound fought for, and we'll have a jump ball call, arrow favoring Star Valley Lady Braves basketball.
Hudson's really done a good job of just kind of filling in a lot of different places tonight. She's hit a big basket. She's pulled down some big rebounds. She's just been kind of all over the floor tonight.
England across the half court for Star Valley. Lady Braves now trailing or ahead by 10, 36-26 on the Bank of Star Valley scoreboard. 2:46 to go in the game. Lady Braves are in the bonus. They have a 3 on the way from Kleeman, missed by Hudson, rebounded by Jackson. Margaret Holland on the board. Holland across the half court. Left wing goes to Strickland, left key. Kick out. Fowler another 3. That one's in. You knew she was going to get one eventually. And that was it. A 3-ball to make it 36-29. And a quick timeout taken by Coach Bingham. We'll take it as well. 30 seconds on SVI.
Discover the convenience and reliability of Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic for all your waste management needs. We offer comprehensive services, including residential and commercial trash removal, septic pump outs, and a variety of porta-potty options with optional cleaning schedules. Trust us for efficient and professional solutions. Visit StarValleyDisposal.com to schedule your service. That's StarValleyDisposal.com.
Fourth quarter coverage of the SVI Sports Network is presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. Local agents Andy Neild and Austin Callison.
Fourth period, Star Valley leading by 7, 36-29. Fowler another triple. Cuts it down to a 7-point game. Lady Braves inbound the ball, and there's a travel call in the backcourt. Mackey trying to get rid of the ball to England. Extra step, turns it back over. Big opportunity here for the Jackson Bronx.
Fowler 4 of 10 from 3, but that's her first made triple since the first quarter. The rest of the team is 0 for 10.
Inbound to Fowler in the circle at half court. Screen set by Strickland. Fowler for 3, deflected by England. It was blocked and into the hands of Nelson. She'll take it across the half court, and with 2:08 to go, Lady Braves had the ball back with a 7-point lead. Bounce pass to McGee on the left side wing. Perimeter defense now for Jackson. trying to put pressure on. Lady Braves are in the bonus. Bounce to Nelson in the lane. Shot, no, but a foul high off the glass. And back to the Riverside Dental free throw line goes Ambry Nelson, 2 shots.
Zoe Green's third. And Nelson back to the line. And been kind of a struggle with the line for Ambry tonight. 1 of 5. She'll get a pair here. That one's good.
An 8-point difference now. Minute 55 remaining. 37-29 on the Bank of Star Valley scoreboard. Lady Braves on top, and both free throws good for Nelson. 38-29.
8 points for Ambry.
Inbound, double team. Zoe Green still has it and works it over to the right side to Holland across the half court. Holland to the rim, no good, but a rebound and a putback is holding on the rim and falls. Jacqueline Strickland gets the board and the bucket. Now pressure in the back court put on by Jackson. Nelson to England, a screen across half court. 2-on-2, works to McGee, back outside as the defense recovers. Mackey in the front court, 7-point game with 1:20 to go in Jackson. Lady Braves with the lead in the ball. In the bonus, Nelson to the rim, scoop up, no, missed it. Rebounded by Jackson on the run of the Bronx. Work it over to Rommel. 3, right wing, no. Rebounded by McGee, huge miss, McGee with a huge board. 1:03 to go in the game. 7-point lead still for Star Valley. And a timeout taken by Coach Erickson with 60 seconds on the clock. Lady Braves 38, Jackson 31. 60-second timeout. Jackson Hole Radio, Swift 98, and the SBI Sports Network.
Whether you're courtside or mat side this season, it's also tax season. This is your Miles CPA tax tip. Filing an extension on your taxes only gives you more time to file your tax return. It doesn't give you more time to pay. If you owe taxes and wait to pay until you file or until the extension deadline, the IRS can and will charge you interest and possibly penalties, starting from the original tax date of April 15th. So even with an extension, it's smart to estimate and pay what you owe on April 15th to avoid extra costs.
Technology in medicine is advancing all the time. Amazingly, Star Valley Health is keeping up with everywhere else. It provides people an opportunity to get care that is closer, but care that is the same or better quality. Our specialists are fellowship trained and board certified.
Doing care at Star Valley Health has made me feel like I've got a place at home that I can trust and rely on.
The SVI Sports Network is your home for live coverage of Star Valley High School sports.
Remain for Star Valley, 1 for Jackson. Braves with the ball in the bonus, ahead by 7, under a minute to go in the game, and there's a foul on the outside, trying to steal the ball away from Ambry Nelson, and that's going to put Nelson back to the Riverside Dental free throw line.
Ashlyn Chamberlain whistled for her first. And Nelson back to the line to try and be Star Valley's first player in a double digits tonight. First one is away and too strong, no good. Lady Braves 15 of 28 from the line, just a shade over 50%.
Second attempt for Nelson is in. Makes it 39-31, an 8-point game. And an offensive foul before Jackson able to inbound. That gives Star Valley the ball back.
Harley Rommel whistled for her second.
I was away from the ball. Rommel trying to get some separation.
Excuse me, they're going to say it was on Strickland, her fourth. I apologize.
Well, Rommel does sub out. And it's Star Valley basketball now. Here's McGee, corner 3, left side, no good. Ball tipped, but rebounded by Jackson on the run. 1-on-1, and then England recovers and knocks the ball loose. Mackey tries to save it, but can't quite get there. It does stay with Jackson, but England again sprinting down the floor defensively. 39-31. Jackson with 1 timeout remaining and the ball. They'll inbound and a wide open Strickland for 2 on the inbound play. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here with 40 seconds remaining in the game. And Star Valley leading Jackson right now 39-33. Now, every time we come into Jackson Hole High School, it seems like somebody gets hot from deep. Today it's been Ari Fowler. She's been the difference maker for Jackson with those three-point shots, and right now it's given Jackson a chance here, down by 6.
Well, she's made enough of them to really, it makes a huge difference in a low-scoring game like this. And yeah, when you got one player that's made 4 of them, she's got 19 points. Strickland now up to 7. If the Lady Broncs come up short in this, the next thing they're going to look at is that the rest of the team is 0 for 18 from 3. And obviously it doesn't get any worse than that.
So it is going to be Star Valley with the lead up 39-33. Star Valley basketball after Strickland somehow got wide open on the inbound play for the last 2 points.
Good job by Strickland to find herself open. Not sure if it was a missed assignment or if she's just crafty.
One of the freshmen on this team, Margaret Holland, also a freshman.
One thing you can say though, Duke, it's been a while since the girls' game between Star Valley and Jackson has been even within 2 possessions like this at the end of the game. So Jackson certainly trending upward regardless of how this one goes.
England will inbound for Star Valley. Jackson out of timeout. Star Valley has 2 remaining. Braves are in the bonus. 40 seconds to go, and a lead for Jackson, but a 5-second violation. Lady Braves not able to get the ball in on time. Jackson with it, trailing 39-33.
You better go find number 0 if you're Star Valley's defense.
0's going to be on the baseline inbounding.
We've seen her do this before. She'll inbound, and then she'll go and she'll get open. So watch where Fowler goes after she inbounds.
She does inbound and gets the ball right back. England stays with her. Crossover move. Great defense by Avery, not letting her do anything with it. Hands off to Holland. 30 seconds. Time becoming a factor in a 2-possession game, 3-possession game. No, it is 2 as a 3 is away. Halfway down, but no good. England on the rebound, and she's fouled. Rommel shot it. Hit the inside cylinder, popped up, but no good. 39-33 with 21 seconds to go. And big free throws on the other end for Avery England. She needs just 1 of 2 to make it a 3-possession game.
Avery 1 of 4 tonight from the free throw line. 7 points, 5 rebounds in the game. And first one's no good. Hudson Kleeman will check in for Ari Foster. Lady Braves have been, this will be their 31st free throw.
That one's no good. Rebound fought for, won by McGee, and then tries to throw it away, and then we'll have a jump ball call. She was sitting down when she won the battle for it, so I had to pass it, and it ends in a jump. So gives the ball to Jackson on the possession. 16.6 to go. Both free throws were missed, so still a 6-point game. 2 possessions here for the Broncs. They are out of timeouts. Fowler in the backcourt. Clock is running. 12 seconds. 10 seconds. Quick 3. Tried to bank it. No. Ball tipped. Loose. Collected by Mackey, who's rocked out of bounds and fouled with 5.4 to go. Mackey hops right back up, and she goes to the free throw line. And now, even if she doesn't hit these, Star Valley may escape here with just 5.5 seconds to go and a 6-point lead.
Well, and if you're the Lady Braves, again, not to try to harp on this, but this game could have been over a while ago. We've missed 15 free throws tonight. Well below their season average of 64%. They're shooting 51.6 right now. That one too strong, no good.
Still 6 points. But again, just 5.5 seconds remaining.
Cam has had a terrific game outside of the scoring, though. 6 rebounds, 6 steals.
No good, missed them both. Rebounded though by Jackson. Dribbling, time ticking, 1 second, half quarter at the buzzer, short, no good. And Star Valley will survive in Teton County tonight. Lady Braves with a win, 39-33. Star Valley will advance to 9-4 overall and 3-0 inside the 4A Southwest Conference, while the Jackson Lady Broncs drop down to 2-9 and 1-1 inside the 4A Southwest. Silver Star post-game coverage. Silver Star Internet, better connected. Learn more at silverstar.com. That is silverstar.com. We'll have your player of the game. We're also going to have Millie Kazare courtside with Coach Cade Erickson. And we'll send it down to her here in just a couple of minutes as she gets ready with Coach Erickson escaping here with the win. Looks like we do have Millie ready to go with the Miles CPA courtside report. Millie, take it away.
Okay, Coach, that was a very intense game. Oh my gosh. What are your overall thoughts on their team's performance?
Ours or theirs?
Yours.
We did all right. We didn't handle a lot of things like we talked about throughout the week. You know, you go into playing a team that hasn't been very good for a while, and they step up, and they're a pretty good squad. He's got them working hard, playing hard, and caused a lot of havoc for us. And then, you know, free throws killed us that game. I don't know what we ended up shooting, but it wasn't very good. So.
And how did you think the team responded versus first half and second half?
So second quarter is probably our best quarter overall. So the first quarter we struggled quite a bit. You know, we let them score way too many points. Second quarter we had the looks and everything. We just didn't shoot very well, both you know, field goals and just our free throws.
Awesome. Well, I'll go let you decompress and go talk to the team.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for your time, and congrats on the win. We'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Amelia Kazare with the Miles CPA courtside report. In Afton and in Alpine, call Miles CPA at 885-0055. Star Valley with the win in the girls varsity game, 39-33 the final. Dallas dig into that score with the Battleson Brothers Flooring post-game battle stats.
Well, first for the Lady Bronx, Ari Fowler, 19 points for her, well over her average of 11 plus. Went 4 of 12 from the free throw or from the three-point line. Also went 3 for 3 from the free throw line. She really paced the Lady Bronx and gave them a chance tonight. Jacqueline Strickland finishes with 7. 3 points for Margaret Holland, who also had 7 rebounds. Zoe Green had 7 rebounds as well. 2 points for Trinity Green, 2 for Hayden Block. The Lady Bronx, unfortunately, outside of Ari Fowler, went 0 for 21 from the three-point line. So Fowler went 4 of 12. The rest of the team did not make a three-point basket. The free throws, 5 and 10 for the Lady Bronx in this one. Star Valley, no players in double figures, but it was pretty balanced. 9 points for Ambry Nelson, 7 points for Avery England, 6 for Hudson Kleeman, 5 for Libby Kleeman, 4 for Ruby Hill, 3 for Ari Foster, 2 for Kiara Allred and Morgan McGee. Cam Mackey with 1 point, but also had 6 rebounds and 6 steals as the Lady Braves go 3 of 13 from 3 and 16 of 33 from the free throw line. So as Coach Erickson said, yeah, not a good shooting night, but enough to win it here and win their 5th straight overall.
That's a look at the post-game stats presented by Battleson Brothers Flooring, Carpet One Floor and Home, where you'll find quality, price, and service located a block south of the Arch in Afton. That is Battleson Brothers Flooring. How about your player of the game presented by Star Valley Skidoo?
Well, I went with Cam Mackey tonight. Cam, 6 rebounds, 6 steals, a couple of assists. Just made a lot of hustle plays tonight. That's who I went with tonight for the Star Valley Skidoo player of the game, number 4, Cam Mackey.
Congratulations, Cameron. The Skidoo top quality products combined with excellent service standards. Visit StarValleySkidoo.com. That is StarValleySkidoo.com. That's it for the varsity girls game with the Lady Braves picking up the win 39-33 in 4A Southwest quad play against the home Jackson Lady Bronx. That's it for the Silver Star postgame show. Find them online at silverstar.com. It is a senior night recognition happening here at Jackson Hole High between the games, and so we'll take a break here. For those listening on Swift 98, we'll have a song, maybe 2, and we'll come back here shortly. For those watching on SBI Media, we'll be right back. And if you flip on over to the boys broadcast here in just a few moments. Live from Jackson Hole High School on the SBI Sports Network.
Experience Jackson Hole like a local while staying at the Antler Inn, Elk Country Inn, Cowboy Village Resort, or 49er Inn and Suites. With the best entertainment, dining, shopping, bars, and brews all in walking distance. Call 1-800-4-TETONS or find them on the web at townsquareinns.com.
Evening and welcome inside Jackson Hole High School in Teton County tonight for the SVI Sports Network live coverage of Star Valley basketball. I'm Duke Ganson, Dal Erickson joining us here with the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off. Your home for totally free checking, where free really does mean free. Visit gofirstbank.com. Star Valley Braves in Jackson to take on the Bronx tonight. Star Valley boys coming off a win against Riverton, Dal, where they've scored now back-to-back games with 70-plus points. The game before that, they were 60-plus. And so this is a team for Star Valley that's been scoring very, very well.
Yeah, they've really looked good, and not just good for the game, but they've been explosive offensively for multiple quarters in those last 3 games. You look at the first half against Kelly Walsh, and then obviously the first half of Evanston, and then the second half against Riverton. Those were all 40-plus points in a quarter type of halves, including a 56-point half against Evanston. So we'll see if they can keep that going here tonight. On paper, you'd like to see, or at least on paper, it looks like the Braves are going to be pretty heavily favored. But again, rivalry games, conference games. That's why you come up here on the road, and you're going to have to grind it out.
Well, that's what we just saw in the girls' game ahead of this one. It was a really close game right down the stretch with the Star Valley Lady Braves holding off there. And they are able to pick up the win, so we'll see how the boys' varsity game plays out. There is a senior night recognition going on here at Jackson Hole High School, so going to have an extended countdown to tip-off. They haven't even started the countdown clock yet, in fact, here at Jackson Hole High, so plenty of time to go. We do have the Crimson Corner, the Roundup, the Rivalry, and more all on the way. We'll take a 2-minute break here. We'll come back with your Corner and Roundup next, live from Jackson Hole High School on the SVI Sports Network.
Battleson Brothers has new inventory on the way, so they need to clear out current stock to make room. Everything must go. In-stock LVP has been discounted to $1.99 to $2.99 per square foot. In-stock carpet is marked down to between $1.39 to $2.49 per square foot. Carpet and LVP remnants are also on sale for just 99 cents per square foot, located a block south of the Arch in Afton.
Price, quality, service, Battleson Brothers Flooring.
At Western, students don't just earn degrees. They experience growth, friendships, and opportunities. Western Wyoming Community College. Enter here with passion and leave with purpose.
Discover the thrill of adventure with Salt River Motors, your go-to destination for Polaris side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and sleds. Gear up with premium off-road gear and accessories. And when you are on the road, Salt River Motors keeps you moving with a full automotive service department for tires, shocks, brakes, and comprehensive repair and general maintenance. Visit Salt River Motors on Highway 89 south of Etna or online at saltrivermotors.com.
Feeling overwhelmed by managing your finances? Simplify your life with First Bank of Wyoming. We offer a full range of banking services, all under one roof. From checking and savings accounts to loans, mortgages, and rewards credit cards, we've got you covered. Plus, our convenient online banking and top-notch mobile app put you in control of your finances anytime, anywhere. First Bank of Wyoming, the only stop you need for all your banking needs.
It's almost game time. This is the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off on the SVI Sports Network.
Well, not quite almost game time. Still senior recognition happening here at Jackson Hole High School at the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off. Braves and Bronx in the Snake River Shootout tonight. And that game will be happening momentarily. In the meantime, Dal, let's take a look at what's happening with the Crimson Corner and Braves Athletics.
And looking around, the Lady Braves winning the Ron Thon Wrestling Tournament. They started yesterday and finished today. That's their 5th straight time the Lady Braves have won that tournament. Scored 169 team points. Natrona was second with 141.5. Individual champions for the Lady Braves, Remy Allman at 135, Kara Andrews at 145. Also want to give a shout out to Brooke Schwab. Came in second at 170, but that was an 11-10 match. So absolutely could have had 3 champs there. So congrats to the Lady Braves. The Braves at the Ronthon today. They will wrap up tomorrow. You got indoor track at the Stacy Dragila Open. That's in Pocatello at ISU. And then you got basketball next week. The Braves and Lady Braves hosting Rock Springs on Thursday. No game next Friday. And then on the road for that game against Green River on February 7th. And that's a look at your Crimson Corner.
It's all part of the First Bank of Wyoming Countdown to Tip-Off. We are more than just an account number. Visit your local branches in Alpine and in Afton. That is First Bank of Wyoming. Let's take a look at what's happening around the state. Games of interest in the boys' schedule with the Sunrise Engineering Roundup.
Some matchups yesterday. Riverton falling to Evanston on the boys' side. Mountain View slipping past Kemmer. Those games were yesterday. Some games tonight. Campbell County at number 1 Sheridan. Sheridan leading 4A in offensive points scored and defensive points allowed. There's a reason they're ranked number 1. Kelly Walsh at Natrona County. That'll be one of interest. Green River at Rock Springs. It's rivalry night, at least on the matchup side of things. Star Valley here in Jackson. Cheyenne Central is at South. East is at Laramie. And then number 5 Cokeville. They took on Farson Eden this afternoon. That's a look at your Sunrise Engineering Roundup.
Creating solutions that work and relationships that last. Visit sunrise-eng.com. That is sunrise-eng.com. Still in senior night recognition here at Jackson Hole High School, so we're probably at least 12, if not 15, if not more minutes away from tip-off time. First Bank of Wyoming Countdown to tip-off on the SBI Sports Network.
In the heart of the Rockies, land is more than property. It's a legacy. Whether you're buying a family ranch, a mountain retreat, or selling farmland, it takes local knowledge and trusted hands. Austin Callison and Andy Neal, licensed in Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming, bring unmatched experience with Hayden Outdoors, the West's premier land brokerage. Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land.
I think being in a small town, you just really care and you take more pride in the work that you do because you're working with your neighbors. These are people that you see out in the community. You see them at kids' sporting events and parent-teacher conferences and the grocery store. These are our neighbors.
One of the reasons that people also come back to us is they trust us because we are friends, we are family. And so I think there's a lot of trust in the community.
Where do legends come from? Some start as dreamers, even after they're turned down again and again. But everyone deserves a chance to prove themselves.
This is the place that gave me an opportunity to come here and play the game that I love.
At the University of Wyoming, we're the team that believes you can do anything. This is where underdogs come to shine and where real MVPs are made.
Welcome to Aspen Physical Therapy. Let our team help you out with your healthcare needs. We work with a wide variety of patients from car accidents to strains and sprains to injured athletes to post-surgical care. We have a number of modalities and different procedures we use to help people, including dry needling and our radial pulse wave machine. We have offices in Thane and Afton and are open Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 8 to 5. Tuesdays and Thursdays we are out seeing our home health patients. Aspen Physical Therapy, getting you back to work, to play, to life.
Bill Nabe, I operate Teton Truss. We build roofing trusses, floor trusses, wall panels, and affordable homes. My relationship with Bank of Star Valley is very personable. I can call down to Thane, we're on a first name basis. I think Bank of Star Valley also uses character as well as credit score when it comes to making decisions. My dad once told me, going into business, you need a personal relationship with your banker, and I get just that.
Live coverage of Star Valley Sports on the SBI Sports Network is made possible by TerraPower, a nuclear innovation company. The Right Company, your local siding and gutter experts. Call Ready Mix, located north of Afton. Miles Beverage, proud to sponsor Star Valley Sports. Hillam Orthodontics, generations serving generations since 1966. And by Star Valley Glass and Lock, automotive, residential, and commercial glass.
At Fall River Propane, we're not just your propane provider. We're the ones who make sure life keeps moving. Fall River Propane. Experience the difference.
I'm Viola Jones. I'm the owner and baker of Sourdough Nest. One thing that helped us immensely was SVI Media. We were new to town and they didn't really know about us. If you're a new business or even an older business and you want people to know about you, you'll definitely get your money's worth to go to SVI. I appreciate SVI especially for their marketing and to help us out.
To learn more, visit svinews.com/advertising.
Live on Swift 98, SVI Media, and the SVI Sports Network. This is Star Valley High School Sports and the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off.
Senior evening festivities wrapping up here between the girls and boys games at Jackson Hole High School. Countdown still hasn't officially begun on the board, but they are clearing the court. It's Jackson hosting the Braves in the Snake River Shootout on the SVI Sports Network. Countdown to tip-off presented by First Bank of Wyoming. Your home for totally free checking, where free really does mean free. Bronx out of the locker room. They take the court for warm-ups. Braves were out. They left.
You're going to have to re-warm up.
Yep,
I'm
here
not
they
even,
come.
I'm not even trying to be that sarcastic. That's like a legitimate thing. That's a 24-minute pregame. 24 minutes. That's a long stretch after you think you're warmed up.
They were ready to take the court after the girls' game. Sat on the bench for a little bit, went back into the locker room, and now they're back out on the court. So here we go. Braves and Bronx of the Snake River Shootout. Now let's recap the rivalry with the help of SVI News.
Well, these numbers date back to 1951. That's as far back as my research goes. Overall in the series, Star Valley leads at 126-39. Here in Jackson, the Braves lead at 52-18. The last time these two teams met was in Afton last year, 76-32 in favor of the Braves. Looking at some of the trends, the Braves won both meetings last year. Jackson won 2 of 3 in the 23-24 season. Star Valley has won 7 of the last 10. That's a look at your rivalry, presented tonight by SVInews.com.
Visit SVInews.com for your print or e-edition subscription to the Star Valley Independent. That's available now at SVInews.com. Now, how about your records watch with the help of Star Valley Disposal?
And looking at some numbers for tonight, the Braves come into the weekend averaging just a shade under 60 points a game. That's 5th in the 4A class. They've scored 65, 71, and 73 in their last 3 games. Shooting 44% on the season, that ranks 5th. Sheridan leads the 4A class at 49.3. Rebounding, that's been something Coach Shumway has stressed multiple times. Ranks 11th at 25 per game. The defense 5th, allowing 53.3. Individually, Cooper Lancaster leading the 4A West in scoring at 20.3. Duke, I found this little nugget yesterday. You go clear back to Cooper's freshman season, and he helped the Braves win on a buzzer beater over Cody. Well, decided to add up his points, and he's got 959 points coming into this weekend, which means either tonight or tomorrow or the next game, he is likely to hit 1,000 career varsity points. So that's a pretty cool milestone for Cooper when that happens. Lincoln Lydiard also, look at his numbers. He's been red hot the last 3 or 4 games, and he is ranking number 1 in the 3-point shooting percentage in the 4A West at 49%. That's a look at your records watch, presented tonight by Star Valley Disposal.
Residential, commercial, construction, and septic services. Visit StarValleyDisposal.com. That is StarValleyDisposal.com. When we come back, we'll have your keys to the game. Millie Kazare also courtside. That's on the way. Still 7.5 minutes away from tip-off time. It's the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off. Braves and Bronx on Jackson Hole Radio, Swift 98, and the SVI Sports Network.
At Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, safety is our top priority, not just for our employees, but for their families too. Our commitment extends beyond the workplace as we proudly support and contribute to the local community in meaningful ways. We're more than just a mine. We're a pillar of strength for those who live here. Discover how we make a difference at Simplot.com. Join us in fostering a safer, stronger community. Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine.
The remodel of the hot tub at Kodiak Mountain Resort in Afton has been completed and is open for guests. Kodiak has also begun construction for a swimming pool and additional hot tub, which will open for guests only soon. Book your stay at KodiakMountainResort.com. Star Valley Sports on SVI are presented by Edward Jones Financial Advisors Kyle Terry, creating tailored solutions to address your financial needs. And by Rusty's Tree Service, the tree removal experts. Call 248-2442.
Ever wish you could be the boss of your home Wi-Fi? Well, with Home Zone by Silver Star, now you can. It's like having your own Wi-Fi command center right in your pocket. Whether it's setting up a guest network for visitors, controlling what your kids can access, or checking your connection speed, Home Zone has you covered. With Protect IQ, you'll have a virtual bodyguard for your Wi-Fi, blocking unwanted threats before they reach your devices. Home Zone by Silver Star. Wi-Fi control, coverage, and security all in one.
The countdown to tip-off is made possible by First Bank of Wyoming, your home for totally free personal and business checking. Visit gofirstbank.com.
Under 6 minutes away from tip-off time between Star Valley and Jackson. Now, one of the great things about this game, this rivalry, especially the one in Jackson, the student sections. You have the Black Hole on the Jackson side of things, and then you have the Star Valley student section that makes the trip up the canyon. They come in suits and ties and dresses. They get all dressed up for the game, and it's a fun one here tonight between the two student bodies.
What's kind of funny is I've done this long enough now, Duke, that the location of the student sections have changed too. Now they're about as far away from each other as they can possibly get. Kitty corner as they'll shout back and forth over the course of the night. But yeah, it's always a fun energy here.
Absolutely. It's all part of the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off. Let's see what the keys to the game are, presented by Star Valley Health.
Well, number one, I kind of touched on this before. 40-plus first-half points will go a long way towards a win for the Braves. Need to follow up on their misses tonight, especially on offensive glass, and then put some defensive pressure on this young Bronx team. And if they can do those things, they should be in good shape for a win tonight. Those are the keys to the game, brought to you tonight by Star Valley Health.
Offering the keys to your great health, compassionate care, every person, every time. Visit StarValleyHealth.org at StarValleyHealth.org. Braves coaches wear black tonight in Jackson for the Snake River Shootout. Braves and Bronx. When we come back, we'll get the thoughts of Coach Shumway. Millie Kazare joins us after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Drive your career forward by joining the LCSD2 Transportation Department. We're now hiring for part-time bus aides starting at $16.75 per hour. Full-time route drivers earn $22 per hour, working only during the school year. Substitute driver and substitute aide positions are also available. Explore these rewarding opportunities and become a vital part of our education system. For more information, visit lcsd2.org and click Job Openings. That's lcsd2.org and click Job Openings.
Discover the convenience and reliability of Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic for all your waste management needs. We offer comprehensive services, including residential and commercial trash removal, septic pump outs, and a variety of porta potty options with optional cleaning schedules. Trust us for efficient and professional solutions. Visit StarValleyDisposal.com to schedule your service. That's StarValleyDisposal.com.
Whether you're courtside or mat side this season, it's also tax season. This is your Miles CPA tax tip. Filing an extension on your taxes only gives you more time to file your tax return. It doesn't give you more time to pay. If you owe taxes and wait to pay until you file or until the extension deadline, the IRS can and will charge you interest and possibly penalties, starting from the original tax date of April 15th. So even with an extension, it's smart to estimate and pay what you owe on April 15th to avoid extra costs.
Technology in medicine is advancing all the time. Amazingly, Star Valley Health is keeping up with everywhere else. It provides people an opportunity to get care that is closer, but care that is the same or better quality. Our specialists are fellowship trained and board certified.
Doing care at Star Valley Health has made me feel like I've got a place at home that I can trust and rely on.
Live on Swift 98, SVI Media, and the SVI Sports Network. This is Star Valley High School Sports and the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off.
Under 2 minutes to go until we hit tip-off. Let's go courtside. Amelia Kazare able to catch up with Coach Matt Shumway, get his thoughts on the Snake River shootout tonight. Millie, take it away.
The first thing Coach Shumway said to me was, it's a fun environment and a good rivalry. It's going to be a lot of emotion early, and so we've got to have a good, fast start. Shumway said the team focused heavily in practice on execution and zone defense. Overall, Coach Shumway feels confident in the team's preparation and readiness heading into tip-off. We'll just send it back to you.
Thank you, Millie Kazare with the Miles CPA courtside report. It is tax season. Get your best results possible with the help of Miles CPA. Locations in Afton and Alpine. Call 885-0055. Braves and Bronx and the Snake River shootout coming your way as we wrap up the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off. We are more than just an account number. Visit your local branches in Alpine and at Afton with First Bank of Wyoming. Braves will be in gold with the Valley uniforms tonight, and Jackson in their home whites this evening.
I took some grief recently with I love these uniforms. I'm very traditional, but I love these. They're the alternate color, the gold with the crimson and the Valley on the front. These are some of my favorite uniforms the Braves have worn in a long time, and I had family members giving me grief this last week, Duke, and I stood firm. These are awesome. I love these unis.
The Braves lined up on their baseline, getting set for, I believe, the national anthem will happen here ahead of this game as well. And then we'll have your starting lineups. We'll introduce your varsity roster for Star Valley as well. Student sections here in full force. Got the black hole on the Jackson side. Star Valley Braves on their side. And a fun environment because they also share the same fight song as well.
So does Kemmer. They're all the same.
Well, a lot of schools across the state have that one. We are going to go down to the floor and let the PA announcer take it away from here with the introduction of the colors and the national anthem. The national anthem will be presented in our broadcast with the help of Hastings Ace Hardware, located in Afton.
Renew your past as we honor this community, our service to our land, and our great nation with the singing of the national anthem by Jackson Hall student and Teton County Fair and Rodeo Senior Princess, Maddie Dorman.
Let's meet today's players with the help of Mountain Star Products. Mountain Star Products, excavation, road building, gravel, sand, and more.
Varsity roster for the Braves made possible by Mountain Star Products as the starting 5 for the Braves being announced here at Jackson Hole High School.
And starters tonight, 6'4" senior wearing number 0 is Will Linford. 6'4" senior wearing number 1, that's Cooper Lancaster. 6'2" senior wearing number 2 is Lincoln Lydiard. 6' senior wearing number 3 is Dylan Shumway. And a 5'9" senior wearing number 15, that is Zach Thompson. The Braves coached by Matt Shumway, assisted by Aaron Lancaster, as well as Ben and Mark Hale.
Starting lineups for the Braves made possible by Mountain Star Products. Stay tuned for details on an expanded retail department opening this spring. It includes full supplies for subcontractors and landscapers. Coming soon to Mountain Star Products, located on Rocky Road in Afton. Lights go out for the hype video for the home Jackson Bronx as they get ready to announce their starting 5 in front of their home crowd inside of Jackson Hole High School. Now the starters for the home Bronx. Wearing number 4, a junior, 6 points per game, is Cooper Kinsler. Number 21, a sophomore, 5 points a game, that's Charlie Allen. Number 31, a sophomore, leads the team, 13.2 points per game, that's Ryder Chapman. Number 32, a freshman, 1.8 points per game, that's Kai Tanabe. And number 33, a junior with 11.3 points per game, that's Ethan Hoffman. Head coach Matt Elliott for the Jackson Bronx. There's your starting 5 for the home team in white. Visiting team in gold, Braves Bronx. Star Valley shootout, hostile environment, great student sections on both sides, and it's going to be Kai Tanabe, the freshman, working against Will Linford, the senior, for the opening tip-off. Braves will work to the left side of the screen for those watching tonight on SBI. Bronx will go to the right side of the screen. Officials still getting ready to go.
40 minutes.
Everybody's ready, and believe it or not, this game is underway. 8-10 in Jackson Hole. Here we go. Braves on the first possession after winning the opening tip. Immediate noise as they work in front of the black hole. Ball to Lancaster. Drive, pull-up jumper, left key, swish it in. Coop for 2, and the Braves strike first.
Good start there for Cooper.
Braves jump into a half-court trap on defense. Bronx working it around the outside. Chapman with a 10-second violation, not able to get across the timeline, and the Bronx turn it over.
Seems oddly appropriate for a game that was 40 minutes late tipping off to have a 10-second call right out of the gate.
7:28 to go in the opening period. 2-0 Braves on top. Shumway, Lancaster in the lane, jumper on the post, short, missed it. Rebounded by Hoffman. Jackson this time quickly down the court with Kinsler. Now to Chapman deep on the left. Kinsler just outside the circle. He'll reset. Little bump from Shumway. Now drives, lays it up. Finger rolls no good. Rebounded by Lydiard. Lincoln across the half court. Feeds left. Shumway transition 3. Off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Ethan Hoffman. Jackson basketball. Here's Kinsler across the timeline. Hesitates, drives, kick out. No shot on the 3 by Allen. He goes back outside to Kinsler. Stomps, feet down low, ball loose, knocked around, picked up by Lydiard. Braves on the steal. Shumway down the floor. Feeds Lydiard. Corner 3 off the rim. No good. Ball tipped and an over the back call on Lancaster. Gives the ball to the Jackson Bronx with 6:34 to go in the first.
First personal on Cooper. First team foul. And I don't know if you knew this, Duke, but I guess you can't do that.
I guess you can't do that. I love it, man. It's a fun environment. 6:27 to go in the first. Double team in the front court. Ball tipped, but back into the hands of Jackson. As Kinsler keeps possession with a pass to Hoffman. Fakes left, goes right. Help side defense. Shumway's there, and a little too much by Shumway.
Yeah, he was really aggressive, and they'll let you do that for just a few seconds, but Dylan kind of pushed his luck there, and he'll pick up his first. So the Braves' 2 leading scorers with an early foul apiece here in the early going.
6 minutes, 16 seconds. Welcome those of you watching us and listening in on Jackson Hole Radio as well tonight. Across the SBA Sports Network, Cooper swats the ball away on the inbound, out of bounds. They'll throw it in again for the baseline.
Maxwell White comes in for Jackson, early sub, number 25.
Gonna have a whistle before the inbound.
Not sure what this is about.
Making sure Jackson tucks in
tuck in his jersey. That's what it was.
Chapman will inbound. Looking left, back center. Lob up top to Hoffman, and the ball swings around the outside. Kinsler has a screen, keeps the dribble. 6 minutes ago, pass stolen by Lancaster. 3v3, Cooper to the rim, in the lane, spin, fade away, off the glass, no good, but rebounded and by Linford. Then the ball stolen from him. Hoffman down the floor for the Bronx. To the rim, dumped down low, not ready for it. Now kick out by Hoffman. 3 is in. And it's a 1-point lead for the Bronx with a triple dropping. 3-2. Jackson on top, 5:38 to go in the first. Lancaster passes right side to Thompson. Ball knocked out of bounds into the black hole. Stays with Jackson. And that's where... Stays with Star Valley, stays with the Braves. That's where Lydiard will inbound. Lancaster, bounce pass to Shumway. Screen set by Linford. Shumway for 3, no good. And a rebound for the Bronx. Shots not falling early for the Braves, and they trail still by a point, 3-2. Bronx on the outside, Braves there defensively, and a foul on Lancaster reaching across the body. They'll call it.
The issue with that type of aggressiveness from Cooper is you picked up a foul, your first one, 80 feet from the basket on...
Actually call that on Thompson.
Well, Cooper fortunate then.
So Thompson gets his first. Here's a dribble drive by Chapman. Spins on the baseline, no good. Linford there for position, and that's an over the back call on Jackson. So it stays 3-2. Braves get a stop, and they have the ball trailing by 1. 3 team fouls on Star Valley, 1 on the Bronx.
First personal on Maxwell White. Dylan Shumway going to call the X play, whatever that is.
They'll work it over to Lydiard. Lancaster double team baseline, flick up top to Thompson. Zach top of the key. Picks up a dribble, goes to Linford, who dribbles on his foot and out of bounds. Jackson basketball.
It's a pretty good passer from Zach, just will end up off his hands.
Ball back to the Bronx. Kinsler in the backcourt, feeds it over to Chapman. Double team picks him up at the half court, feet up ahead, and across the timeline. 3 ball, no good. Ball tipped, knocked loose. Cooper has it on the run, 2-on-2. Tries to bounce pass over to Shumway, but stolen by White. Retaken by Jackson. Kinsler, pull up 3 in transition. Short, no good, and out of bounds. Lydiard boxed out the Bronx, so they couldn't get to it. And it's going to stay with, or go back to Star Valley. Timeout taken on the court. A 30-second variety. 4:07 to go in the first. Jackson 3, Star Valley 2. And the timeout taken by Star Valley on SBI.
Hi, I'm Elise, and I've been dancing since I was 3, and I love it. I used to get nervous going places by myself, but I don't get worried anymore. Dance has helped me be brave and confident, and I am even on Desi's dance performing team now. I love being with my friends, and I love my teachers.
To learn more about how you or your child could not only develop their dance skills, but also develop as a person, visit Desi'sDance.com. Youth and adult classes are available. That's Desi'sDance.com.
This is the SVI Sports Network with live coverage of Star Valley Braves basketball.
Low scoring first period, midway through. Braves with the ball, down by a point, 3-2 on the Bank of Star Valley scoreboard. 3 team fouls on Star Valley, 1 on Jackson. Shumway to Lancaster, bounce down low to Linford, who scores. Beautiful assist and great ball movement again. Braves back by 1.
I wonder if that timeout for Coach Shumway is kind of tighten up the reins a little bit. That was a pretty sloppy opening to the game.
Here's a three by Chapman, halfway down, no good. Linford tips to Lydiard, tips the ball for the rebound. Out in front to Lancaster, to the rim, lays it up, good with the foul. The trailer from behind was Maxwell White. He'll get the foul. And Lancaster to the Riverside Dental free throw line.
Was this Will Linford? Oh, no, it's Lydiard with the outlet pass. This is pretty. And Cooper able to finish at the other end with the and one opportunity coming up. Cooper on the season, 78% from the free throw line. And that was foul number 2 on Maxwell White, so he will grab a seat on the bench, I should say.
Lancaster will hit the free throw. And the Braves now lead 7-3, 3:32 to go in the opening period in Jackson. Star Valley still in the half-court trap, forcing a travel. Cooper putting pressure on Tanabe. Nope, it was actually Hoffman. And a full timeout taken by Coach Elliott and the Jackson Bronx. We'll be back in 60 seconds live from Jackson Hole High on the SBI Sports Network.
Battleson Brothers has new inventory on the way, so they need to clear out current stock to make room. Everything must go. In-stock LVP has been discounted to $1.99 to $2.99 per square foot. In-stock carpet is marked down to between $1.39 to $2.49 per square foot. Carpet and LVP remnants are also on sale for just 99 cents per square foot, located a block south of the Arch in Afton.
Price, quality, service, Battleson Brothers Flooring.
At Western, students don't just earn degrees. They experience growth, friendships, and opportunities. Western Wyoming Community College. Enter here with passion and leave with purpose.
Here's more from Duke and Dow with live coverage of Star Valley Braves basketball on the SBI Sports Network.
Star Valley basketball. 4 timeouts remain for either coming out of the Jackson timeout. Lancaster drives, dishes out, Lydiard 3, no. Off the side cylinder and no good. Bronx on the rebound.
We become very accustomed to Lincoln knocking those down.
Bronx now on the outside perimeter. Jackson has Chapman up top. Feed to Tanabe on the elbow. Kicks it down low to a wide open shot. Callum Meany for 2, and it's 7-5. Meany gets the dose, and Star Valley back on the other end. Thompson in the circle, Shumway left wing, fakes the 3, wants to drive, and is tripped. They'll call a blocking foul officially, and that'll be the 3rd team on Jackson.
This will be called on Ryder Chapman, his first 3rd team foul, each team with 3, with 2:36 to go here in the first quarter.
Lawson, Kleeman, and Erickson all subbing into the game for the Braves. Shumway, right side corner, elevates for it, dribbles up top. Shumway looks to his right with a pass to Lawson. Roman in the lane, shot bounces on the rim, no good, fights for his own rebound, lost it out of bounds, but last touch by Jackson stays with the Braves on their baseline.
Good look there for Roman, clanked it out the back of the iron.
Official walking over to the Black Hole student section, having a word, maybe telling him, calm down a little. Not sure exactly what was said, but he'll actually turn and look at him as he blows the whistle. That was fun. Ball moving around the outside for the Braves on the inbound play.
Well, that's Mr. Walk. He's been around.
Here's a great feed down low to Kleeman for 2. Under the rim, 4-point Braves lead.
Nice looking play there for the Braves, and I'm a big believer in this team. If they can get some of these guys some easier shots early on, it's going to pay dividends later on in the game, and getting Mason going right there with the bucket.
Minute 50 remaining in the first period. Star Valley 9, Jackson 5. There's a dribble drive from Chapman. Baseline pass into the corner. Now a drive there, lost the ball, recollected shot, blocked for the foul. Shumway and Kleeman were both down there, and they'll get Shumway on the whistle.
Second personal on Dillon here in the first quarter. And boy, Star Valley really bailed Charlie Allen right there, bailed him out. He had nowhere to go. He's in the air, and instead he'll shoot 2 free throws. First one is good.
So Shumway will sub out. Zach Thompson checks in. 14 fouls now on Star Valley. Next one puts the Bronx in the bonus with 1:40 to play in the first period. And to the Riverside Dental free throw line is Charlie Allen. Look at his battle stats as the shot's good. 2-point game. 1:38 to go in the opening period in Jackson. Here's Roman. Bounce down low to Kleeman. Shot fake, kick out. Thompson, left corner 3. No good. Followed the shot, got his own rebound. Double team there. Dribbles out of some pressure. Bounces up to Lancaster. He'll want to drive the right post. Strong to the rim. Good.
Not much you can do on that one other than short of stepping in and cutting him off and getting the charge. Boy, Coach Shumway, he's pretty fired up at the referees on that one.
Braves by 4. 3 on the other end. Halfway down, popped up, no good. Fight for the rebound. Won by the Bronx, brought the ball low and then fouled on the way up. That's going to put Kai Tanabe, the freshman, to the free throw line. He'll have 2 attempts at the charity stripe.
First personal on Mason Kleeman. Coach Shumway still in the air. The officials does not like the couple of the trends. To the line now is Tanabe on the season. 1 of 3 from the free throw line coming into the weekend. So first one is good.
Kai, a baseball player up here with the summer league that Jackson plays in. At the charity stripe with 1 more attempt here. Trying to make it a 2-point game with 61 seconds to go in the first, and it's in. Down by 2 are the Bronx. Braves with the ball. 55 seconds to go. Erickson leans into a shot in the lane, no good. Got his own rebound, brought it down low. Triple team kick out. Lancaster fakes left, goes right. Jumper on the line, good. Rattled it in. 13-9 Braves. 43 seconds to go in the opening period. Bronx are in the bonus on 5 Star Valley team fouls.
Cooper up to 9 points here in this first quarter.
On the outside is Hoffman. Feeds it over to the left side to Meany. Allen now picked up by Lancaster. Clock at 25 seconds. Ball loose. Picked up by Kleeman. He'll go behind him to Lawson. Sets up the half-court offense. Braves on the steal. Erickson in the lane. Down to Kleeman. And it's in with the foul. Erickson to Kleeman. A beautiful pass. And Mason playing strong in the paint tonight. He's to the line for the and 1.
Well, he ended up picking up that steal that started this possession. Gets rewarded here at the other end. Roman with a good look. And the assist. Mason 4 points. Looking for number 5 right here. Got it.
Braves extend the lead to 7. 12 seconds for the Bronx before the end of the first period. Across the timeline down to 8. On the elbow and throw it away. Trying to hit the cutter Hoffman, but the pass well behind him and out of bounds, untouched. Star Valley will have the ball with 6 seconds to go. Full court, no backcourt pressure being put on by Jackson.
White will check in for Tanabe.
Inbounding is Lawson. Lancaster back there. Now the pressure will pick up Cooper at the half court. Picks up the ball with 5, 4, across the timeline. Cooper lost the ball, recollected. Erickson picks it up and shoots at the buzzer, but no good. And we go to the end of 1 in Jackson. Star Valley 16, Bronx 9 on the SBI Sports Network.
Discover the thrill of adventure with Salt River Motors, your go-to destination for Polaris side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and sleds. Gear up with premium off-road gear and accessories. And when you are on the road, Salt River Motors keeps you moving with a full automotive service department for tires, shocks, brakes, and comprehensive repair and general maintenance. Visit Salt River Motors on Highway 89 south of Etna or online at saltrivermotors.com.
Feeling overwhelmed by managing your finances? Simplify your life with First Bank of Wyoming. We offer a full range of banking services, all under one roof. From checking and savings accounts to loans, mortgages, and rewards credit cards, we've got you covered. Plus, our convenient online banking and top-notch mobile app put you in control of your finances anytime, anywhere. First Bank of Wyoming, the only stop you need for all your banking needs.
Let's go back to the game with more live coverage of Star Valley High School sports on the SVI Sports Network.
Start of the second period, Jackson with the ball, trailing Star Valley 16-9 in Teton County tonight for the Snake River Shootout. Braves and Bronx work it down to the right side, baseline drive for Hoffman, traveled, turns it over, and it's Star Valley basketball.
Ryder Chapman checks in quickly for the Bronx on the dead ball, and they will quickly get back on defense and make the Braves try and shoot their way out of this zone, because right now the Braves 0 for 5 from 3.
Erickson left key, falling, but gets it to Lydiard before the travel. Kick over to Lawson, back to Kleeman, back to Erickson in the lane, spin, shot, good for Roman. The lone junior that gets significant varsity time. Everybody else seniors on this Brave squad. 9-point lead for Star Valley. Kinsler hands off left side to Allen. Flick over to Meany. Thompson on him defensively at the top of the key. Wants to drive, can't on the elbow, works it over to the right side corner. Screen set for Kinsler, kick out, ball lost, and saved before it goes out of bounds by Chapman. At the half-court line, Erickson putting on the defense. Chapman spins to the left key, leans into it all the way down, blocked though by Lawson. Loose ball saved, but into the hands of Lydiard. Lincoln across the half-court, Star Valley basketball. Feed left, Thompson corner three, off the rim, no good. But a rebound for Kleeman, and then it's going to be a foul on the floor before Kleeman could put it up. This is against Jackson.
Looks like the foul will be against Callan Meany. First personal, first team foul. Timeout on the floor.
Jackson will take it, a full timeout. 6:42 to play in the second on the SVI Sports Network.
In the heart of the Rockies, land is more than property. It's a legacy. Whether you're buying a family ranch, a mountain retreat, or selling farmland, it takes local knowledge and trusted hands. Austin Callison and Andy Neal, licensed in Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming, bring unmatched experience with Hayden Outdoors, the West's premier land brokerage. Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land.
I think being in a small town, you just really care and you take more pride in the work that you do because you're working with your neighbors. These are people that you see out in the community. You know, you see them at kids sporting events and parent-teacher conferences and the grocery store. You know, these are our neighbors.
One of the reasons that people also come back to us is they trust us because we are friends, we are family. And so I think there's a lot of trust in the community.
This is the SVI Sports Network with live coverage of Star Valley Braves basketball.
Coming out of the Jackson timeout, they have 3 remaining, 4 for Star Valley. Braves inbound up to Lydiard, and they'll work it around the arc now to Erickson. Below the elbow, kick out, Lincoln for 3 down the barrel. Good! A Star Valley Orthodontics triple from Lincoln Lydiard, and the lead up to 12 for the Braves.
First made triple for the Braves tonight, which has not been the way they've been shooting. Now 1 of 7.
21-9, Braves on defense, Bronx attacking on the other end. Had the ball tipped into the backcourt, and it is going to be a backcourt violation. Not tipped, I should say. Bronx not able to save it and turn it over.
Ethan Hoffman checks in for the Bronx.
Zach Thompson collects the inbound play at half court. Lawson on the left wing, cross court to Lydiard. Another 3 on the right. Good, back to back for Lincoln. Another Star Valley Orthodontics triple.
Well, you saw the pregame stat. He's leading the 4A West at 49%. 2 of 4 so far tonight.
24-9, down the barrel. Kinsler for 3, short. Thompson boards. Brave basketball. 5:47 to go in the second. Erickson, jumper below the free throw line. Good. Braves on a big run now as they lead at 26-9. They've exploded here early in the second period.
Roman's had multiple looks inside the paint there tonight.
That kind of halfway down the keys, but a good spot for him early on in the game here. 5:25 to play in the second. Braves on defense. Here's a drive, kick out, corner 3. Bouncing, but no good. Rebounded by Kleeman. Mason with the board, outlets to Lydiard. He'll dribble across the half court. Thompson fakes the three, drives and travels. He'll turn it over, and the Bronx have the ball back.
Here's that last sequence. You can see Roman's got that wide open mid-range from about 10 feet, puts it up and in. Subs coming back in for the Braves. Will Linford, Dylan Shumway, and Cooper Lancaster back on the floor.
Lydiard and Thompson remain. Jackson around the outside. Ball tipped, but into the hands. Chapman back to the perimeter. Works to Kinsler. Braves in the zone. Ball stolen by Lancaster. One-on-one on the other end. Sidestep and blocked, but a foul. And to the line goes Cooper Lancaster. 2 shots from the Riverside Dental free throw line.
Foul will go against Cooper Kinsler. First personal. Second team foul with 4:47. Cooper at the line. He's 1 for 1. Make it 2 for 2. And he's already got 10 points here in this contest.
Now officially 31 away from 1,000, right?
Yes.
Career 1,000,
yes.
As both free throws are good. And the Braves suddenly pushing a 20-point advantage. They lead by 19, 28-9. Jackson around the outside with 4:35 to play in the second period. Jumper left elbow in. That ends the Star Valley run. Ryder Chapman drops it down for the 2.
And he is their leading scorer at 13 per game.
Sophomore. Here's Lydiard. Turnaround on the free throw line. No good. Rattled in and popped out. Rebounded by Meany. Jackson basketball. 4:10 to go in the second. 2 team fouls on the Bronx, none on the Braves in this period. Chapman again. Picks up his dribble at the top of the key. Inside out ball movement. Thexton gives it back to Chapman for 3. Halfway down and no good, but Thexton has the board. Back to Chapman, right side wing. Dribbles and gives it up. Here's Hoffman. Thexton, right wing. Defense is on him. Off a screen, kick into the corner. 3 from Hoffman, no good again. Rebounded though again by Thexton. Bounce up top, Meany for 3. No good again, this time Lancaster boards for the Braves. Up in front to Shumway. Transition 3, left wing, no good. Rebounded by White for the Bronx. 3:17 to go in the second. Braves lead at 28-11. Bounce to Thexton on the right corner. Feed up top to Chapman. Inside, back outside. Chapman drives, ball tip, taken by Lydiard off the steal. Out in front to Thompson on the run. Defense is there. Thompson up to Lincoln. Takes a 3, down the paint again. Short. Rebounded, bounced to the hands of Hoffman.
4 rebounds in this game so far for Hoffman.
Still 28-11. Here's a runner on the baseline, no good. Fight for the rebound, out of bounds, stays with the Bronx. 2:41 to go before halftime. Star Valley 28, Jackson 11. Baseline inbound for Chapman. Bronx go up top to Thexton. Quickly around the arc. Right side corner, Chapman goes baseline, shut down on the double team. Kick out, ball lost but collected. Jackson still has it. Meany on the perimeter, left side Hoffman. Defense is there, 2:25 to go in the second period.
Bronx having a hard time getting some quality looks outside of the deep 3.
Thexton another 3 and another miss. Rebounded by Lydiard. Braves ball, Thompson across the half court. 2:10 to go before halftime. Lincoln bounces down the lane to Linford. Ball tipped though and loose. We're gonna have a whistle and a jump ball, I believe. Arrow's gonna favor Star Valley, they'll keep it on their end.
Here's another look at that one on the Fall River Propane replay.
Sub in, Charlie Allen back in the game for the Bronx. Thompson inbounding baseline, goes out to Shumway, corner 3, left side, rimmed out, no good. Long rebound for Lancaster. Star Valley ball, Linford, low block left side, lost the ball, picks it up, turn, shoot, score. Will for 2, and it's 30-11.
Good job of Will sticking with that. It almost lost the handle and recovered it. Still had great position, uses the glass up and in for 2.
Lancaster defense in the front court, pokes the ball away, but collected. Hoffman has it for the Bronx, wants to drive, spin in the lane, turn, shoot, score. Nice one for Ethan Hoffman. 1:30 to play before halftime.
5 points now in the game for Ethan.
Left side Lancaster, up top Thompson. Ball moving around the perimeter. Lancaster wide open three, no good. Tipped into the hands for Chapman, and the Bronx will board it. 17-point Star Valley lead.
Braves is 2 of 12 from 3 so far in this half.
Hand off around the outside. Bronx with the ball. Chapman feeds right. Allen wants to drive but can't. Thexton on the perimeter. Picks up his dribble, bounces into the lane, back to Thexton. Goes back to the right side key to White. Tries to force it in the lane, ball stolen away by Lydiard. Up in front to Shumway. He wants to drive on the left side, and he's fouled. This will be on the floor. Just a third team foul with 43 seconds to go, so the Braves will inbound baseline.
Foul number 3 on Maxwell White. Third team foul on the Bronx. No team fouls on Star Valley as of yet.
Pass up to Thompson, fakes the three, goes to Lancaster in the lane, turnaround shot no good. Linford tips the ball to himself, and then he's fouled. Fourth team foul now for Jackson, 37 seconds before half.
That'll be on Thexton, his first. And after the Braves, if you can be aggressive, maybe get yourself to some free throws.
Thompson on Linford in the lane, hooked it up and in for 2. 32-13.
Will 3 for 3 tonight. 6 points, couple of rebounds, having a solid first half.
Ball stolen by, and the dunk. Cooper Lancaster, the half-court steal, and the one hand put down. 34-13, the Braves lead by 21. 10 seconds on the clock for the Bronx. Some of the lights have gone out in the gym. They let them keep playing. Still pretty bright in here, but a bank has gone out. Here's a long three at the buzzer, no good. And we go to the Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine halftime show with Star Valley leading Jackson 34-30. Live coverage on Jackson Hole Radio and Swift 98, also on the SBI Sports Network.
Where do legends come from? Some start as dreamers, even after they're turned down again and again. But everyone deserves a chance to prove themselves.
You know, this is the place that gave me an opportunity to come here and play the game that I love.
At the University of Wyoming, we're the team that believes you can do anything. This is where underdogs come to shine and where real MVPs are made.
Welcome to Aspen Physical Therapy. Let our team help you out with your healthcare needs. We work with a wide variety of patients, from car accidents to strains and sprains to injured athletes to post-surgical care. We have a number of modalities and different procedures we use to help people, including dry needling and our radial pulse wave machine. We have offices in Thane and Afton and are open Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 8 to 5. Tuesdays and Thursdays we are out seeing our home health patients. Aspen Physical Therapy, getting you back to work, to play, to life.
Bill Nabe, I operate Teton Truss. We build roofing trusses, floor trusses, wall panels, and affordable homes. My relationship with Bank of Star Valley is very personable. I can call down to Thane, we're on a first name basis. I think Bank of Star Valley also uses character as well as credit score when it comes to making decisions. My dad once told me, going into business, you need a personal relationship with your banker, and I get just that.
Live coverage of Star Valley Sports on the SBI Sports Network is made possible by TerraPower, a nuclear innovation company. The Right Company, your local siding and gutter experts. Call Ready Mix, located north of Afton. Miles Beverage, proud to sponsor Star Valley Sports. Hillam Orthodontics, generations serving generations since 1966. And by Star Valley Glass and Lock, automotive, residential, and commercial glass.
Halftime coverage is presented by Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, supporting local families and communities. Visit Simplot.com.
Live from Jackson Hole High School in the Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine halftime show with the Braves lead the Bronx by a score of 34-13, Dal, despite not great shooting outside for the Braves in that first half.
Yeah, they've been so hot from three the last several games that kind of gotten used to that, but three ball not falling, but still finding points in other ways.
Let's take a look at that score deep in the numbers with the Battleson Brothers Flooring halftime battle stats.
Well, first for the Bronx, leading the way for Jackson, 5 points for Ethan Hoffman, 2 points apiece for Kai Tanabe, Ryder Chapman, Callum Meany, and Charlie Allen. The Braves with a 2-rebound advantage. Neither team shooting well from the three-point line. Jackson 1 of 12 for 8%. Star Valley 2 of 12 for 16.7%. Looking at some of the other numbers, the Bronx 4 for 4 from the free throw line, as is Star Valley. The Braves got 13 first half points from Cooper Lancaster. Strong start for the 4A West leading scorer. 6 points for Lincoln Lydiard on a pair of three-pointers. Mason Kleeman, a strong contribution off the bench with 5. Roman Erickson also with 4. Will Linford, 3 for 3 from the floor. He's got 6 points. And the Braves with a 21-point lead despite not hitting from the outside. That's kind of shows you how this one's gone.
That's a look at the halftime stats presented by Battleson Brothers Carpet One Floor and Home, where you'll find quality, price, and service located a block south of the Arch in Afton. Battleson Brothers Flooring, with the Braves up 34-13 in Jackson. Let's see if we can give away a gift certificate to Star of 89, Swirl in downtown Afton with a halftime trivia.
And our question tonight, Star Valley's 76 points scored the last time these two teams met was the highest total in the series in 25 years. However, what year did the Braves score 103 against the Bronx? Use our text-in number, 307-203-4637. First correct answer wins a gift certificate to Star of 89. You can spend that on Swirl and some Froyo, some soup, some Sammys, whatever you want.
That's right. First correct answer wins, 307-203-4637. Braves leading it at the break here, 34-13. Dow, before we go to commercial break, a funeral was held today for one of SVI's very own. Gabe Daniel was with SVI in the early 2020 to 22, 23 years. And Gabe was a fantastic camera op turned courtside field reporter for us. Great friend, great example. And after a heroic fight against cancer, lost his life last week. Funeral services were held today for Gabe. And in his honor and memory, let's one more time for Gabe send it down to the court. Let's send it down. Gabe Daniel with the Miles CPA Sideline Report. Gabe.
Thanks, Duke. I'm down here with quite the crew tonight, the whole O-line, and Caleb Spalding. Got to be honest, guys, the cold air's kind of made me forget, so I might just ask you all the same question. How does it feel to score here tonight on senior night? Well, these are your stars of the game tonight, guys, and we're super proud of you. Usually the O-line gets overlooked, but you guys were fantastic tonight, and you have been all season. So congratulations, and good luck next week against Jackson. Thanks, Gabe. Back to you, Duke.
And Gabe Daniel with Coach Schwab.
Coach, tonight's win was a great way for you guys to regain some momentum. How are you going to keep it rolling?
Oh, that's a heck of a question. It's going to be every single day in practice, honestly.
Absolutely. Well, thanks, Coach. Enjoy the win with your fellas.
Okay, appreciate it.
Back to you, Duke.
Let's send it down to Gabe Daniel. We're working through our seniors on senior night tonight on our countdown to kickoff. We already recognized Alicia. Of course, we can't forget Mr. Gabe Daniel, one of our seniors as well. He's been covering mic duties for a couple of years. And Gabe, I guess you can graduate. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'd love to keep you, but whatever. Let's send it down to Gabe Daniel for the Miles CPA Sideline Report and an injury update. Gabe?
Hey, thanks, Duke. I'd stay if I could, I'll tell you that. It's a real fun gig.
At Fall River Propane, we're not just your propane provider. We're the ones who make sure life keeps moving. Fall River Propane. Experience the difference.
This is the Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine halftime show, bringing Earth's resources to life. Visit Simplot.com.
Inside Jackson Hole High School, Braves lead the Bronx in the Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine halftime show, 34-13. Dal, how about those keys to the game presented by Star Valley Health?
Well, key number one, we were looking for Star Valley to get a win. They're looking at 40 first-half points. Didn't quite get there. Looking to follow up the miss. I think kind of some room to improve on that as well with some of the offensive boards. The defensive pressure, I think, has been pretty solid, only giving up 13 points in a half. Can't really complain about that. So far, so good, but some room for improvement there on the Star Valley Health keys to the game.
Offering the keys to your great health, compassionate care, every person, every time. That is Star Valley Health. We do have Millie Kazare courtside tonight. She had the chance to catch up with Coach Shumway, get his thoughts on the first half. Let's go courtside for the Miles CPA sideline report with Millie.
Coach Shumway said the first half was filled with lots of emotion on both sides like he expected. He was pleased with the team's composure once they settled in and began playing their style of basketball. Defensively, Shumway said he likes seeing lots of the effort, holding Jackson to just 13 points through the first 2 quarters. Offensively, he said there's still room to improve and he wants to see a little more patience in the second half. Overall, Coach Shumway liked the way the Braves responded to the early energy and hopes to build that performance after halftime. Back to you.
Thank you, Amelia Kazare with the Miles CPA courtside report. It is tag season. Get your best results possible with the help of Miles CPA. And now let's see if we have a winner of that halftime trivia question from a moment ago.
And our question, Star Valley 76 points. The last time they met Jackson was the highest total in the series in 25 years. But what year did the Braves score 103 against the Bronx? The answer, the 1975-76 season was 103-56. Todd Luthi scored 19. Tom Rainey had 18 in that game. Did we have a winner?
Oh, at the very last moment we did. We had a lot of 1977s, some close guesses, but right at the very end, a 1975 trickles in. So we do. Phone number ends in 0323. 0323. Congratulations, you won that gift certificate courtesy of Swirl. Follow them on their social media pages at Star of 89 for both the Giftery and Swirl, and you can find out what they have for their frozen yogurt, their soups of the week, and stay connected with their sales as well.
Shout out Coach Broadhead.
Nice. Love it.
He had 100 points. Think about that, Duke. That's way before the three-point line.
Yeah.
So 100 plus points, that tells you something.
That's it for the Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine halftime show. It is Jackson basketball to open up the REIC Rentals third period of play. And we're underway with the Braves on top, 34-13 in Jackson. And a quick travel call on the perimeter called against the Bronx to get the ball back to Star Valley right away.
And I said the Braves defensively doing a good job in that first half, only allowing 13. Didn't really give up anything underneath. Gave up, some outside shots, but Jackson unable to capitalize, and this time just turning it right over.
Star Valley goes to Shumway, jumper below the elbow, bouncing on the rim, no good. Rebounded though, and the putback is in with the foul. How about Will Linford having a great game, and back to the line for the and one.
Yeah, Will 4 for 4 from the floor so far tonight. 8 points, 3 rebounds, and a chance to add another right here on the and one opportunity.
Free throw bounces, but no good. Ball tipped up in the air and up for grabs. It is pulled down by Jackson. Bronx basketball trailing now 36-13. Jackson around the outside, off a screen. Working the offense to Hoffman, who drives, and his shot's no. And this time he'll get a foul by Will Linford to stop the clock at 7:22.
Will might have got him on the wrist there. First on Linford, first team foul on Star Valley. Each team with 1 as we are at the 7:22 mark. Free throw is well short, no good that time. Another one coming up.
Still 36-13. And no good. Rolled the inside cylinder. Did not get the home-friendly rim that time. Rebounded by the Braves. Lancaster all the way to the rim on the other end. Just missed it, but rebounded again by Linford, and he scores. Another board and a bucket. Will with a smile and his tongue out as he comes down the court. Pushing double digits now, and another timeout taken by Coach Matt Elliott of the Jackson Bronx.
Will with the Windex cleaning the glass again. He got 10 points to go with 5 rebounds.
Full timeout taken by Jackson. We'll take just a 30 with the Braves leading at 38-13 in Teton County tonight on the SVI Sports Network.
I'm Viola Jones. I'm the owner and baker of Sourdough Nest. One thing that helped us immensely was SVI Media. We were new to town and they didn't really know about us. If you're a new business or even an older business and you want people to know about you, you'll definitely get your money's worth to go to SVI. I appreciate SVI especially for their marketing and to help us out.
To learn more, visit svinews.com/advertising.
Third quarter coverage on the SVI Sports Network is presented by REIC Rentals, formerly known as Black Mountain Rental. Visit REICSpecialty.com.
Braves on top of the Bronx in Jackson, and just 2 timeouts remain for Jackson as well. Star Valley up 38-13 early third period.
Will's been tough for Jackson to handle down low, and not just down there doing what he normally does, but in great position to score. He's made all 5 of his attempts.
Here's Kinsler at the free throw line. Has the ball poked away, but able to feed it back outside for 3. Swish to the net. My, did the Bronx need that one. Ryder Chapman for 3.
Yeah, they had been pretty cold from outside. Needed that one. It's the second made triple for the Bronx. Over to the other opposite side, here's Shumway for 3, and the answer from Dylan. And Dylan had been a little cold. That time he knocks that down. He was 0 for 4, now 1 for 5.
The Star Valley Orthodontics triple, and the Braves above 40, 41-16 now. 6:24 to play in the third period, and a steal on the other end defensively. Thompson wants to run a 3-on-3. Stops, feeds it back behind him to Shumway. Lydiard, left wing, steps into a 3, short, no good, but rebounded by Linford in the lane, back to the backboard, kick out. Thompson, 3, no, and this time the board for the Bronx. Jackson basketball. 6 minutes to go in the third, 1 team foul apiece with the Braves up 41-16. Kinsler, strong drive and scored. How about Kinsler right around the post and in?
First basket of the night for Cooper Kinsler.
.540 to play in the third period. Lydiard to Linford. Double team on the baseline. Spins, got under the rim, kick out. Thompson, right corner 3. Yes! A Star Valley Orthodontics triple. Zach Thompson. He got hot in the third period last week in Riverton. Let's see if he can do it again in this third.
Yeah, made 4 of them in that one quarter. That's a nice pass, though, from Will Linford, finding his wide-open teammate for the 3.
So give an assist to his box score tonight as well. 44-18 Braves. Runner in the lane for the Bronx. No, long rebound, though, pulled in by Jackson. Extra bounce pass on the baseline. That was a nice feed. Tanabe able to finish it off. Now Star Valley on the run. Thompson back to Lydiard. The defense recovers, and Star Valley runs the half court. Off a screen, extra pass. Lancaster 3 right side. Bouncing but no good. Ball tipped but picked up by Tanabe for the board. Jackson basketball.
Braves 4 of 17 from 3 tonight. 23.5%.
Here's a good give and go, and then a kick out into the corner. No shot. Drive into the lane, lean into it, and score. Great move by Ryder Chapman in the paint.
He's starting to heat up. 7 points now. The Bronx leading score at just over 13. Had a quiet first half and scored a couple times here in the third.
Lancaster handles the dribble on the other end. 4:20 to play in the third period. Thompson drives, stops on the post, bounces down to Linford and out of bounds.
Probably just a little too much traffic down there for that one. Here's the last sequence. And the nice scoop up and under for Ryder Chapman.
It's going to be Jackson basketball. No pressure in the backcourt by the Braves defense. Star Valley doubling up the Bronx here in the third period with the REIC Rentals third, 44-22 Star Valley. Bronx basketball with Hoffman on the perimeter. Tanabe, top of the key. Couple dribbles for the freshman, wants to make a move. Off a screen, down to the baseline, rolls into it, no good. Defense by Linford, and he'll be fouled after Will gets the rebound.
Will's having himself a great night. Rebound number 7 to go with his 10 points. The law offices of Kleeman, Lawson, and Erickson checking in here.
Lawson will be the inbounder on the baseline.
That foul went against Maxwell White. That was his 4th. So he will have a seat.
Shumway in the backcourt for the Braves. Works to Lancaster. Defense rotates in the zone. Shumway drives, puts it up in the paint short. Ball tipped, loose, and hauled in by the Bronx. Jackson basketball, Meany on the board. 3:30 to play in the REIC Rentals third period. Ball poked away from behind by Lancaster, but into the hands of Tanabe. Jackson basketball, feet down low to the baseline. Meany can't go up with it. Kick out, foul, and a travel call. Not a foul, I should say, a whistle and a travel, and it's Star Valley basketball.
Referee there to say shuffled his feet.
Three minutes and 20 seconds to go in the third. Lancaster around the arc. Shumway, open corner left, 3, no. Rebounded though by Lancaster. He's fouled on the way back up. Clock will stop at 3:08 and Coop to the Riverside Dental free throw line. 2 attempts.
Foul called on Ethan Hoffman, his third team foul on the Bronx. With 3:09 to go in the quarter. Cooper to the line. First attempt is good. He'll get one more. And checking in for the Bronx is Cooper Kinsler, number 4.
One more from the stripe. Lancaster got him.
Cooper with 15 points in this contest.
46-22 on the Bank of Star Valley scoreboard. 3:03 to go in the third period. 3 team fouls on the Bronx, 1 on the Braves. Under 3 minutes to go. Third period as Jackson works around the outside, trailing 46-22. With it is Kinsler. Feeds into the corner. Chapman, no shot. In front of his own student section, gives it up down low to Meany, and he can't handle it out of bounds. Turnover by the Bronx, Star Valley basketball.
You know, you look at a kid like Roman, and it's just, you know, his role will definitely change next year, but right now, you got a guy like him, you can tell him to go in, play tough D, get offensive boards, put backs, open jumpers. It's just it's a pretty big luxury to have.
Erickson right post, dribbles into the lane, turnaround jumper, left it short, no good. This time rebounded by Jackson. 2:28 to play in the third period. Braves still up 46-22. Jackson has Kinsler, drives, kick, corner 3, rolls the rim, no good. Rebounded by Lawson. Outlets to Erickson. Roaming across the timeline. Wants to make a move down the post, tripped and fouled. This will be on the floor and the 4th team foul against Jackson.
Kinsler will be whistled for that one, his second. Here's that last sequence. Get another angle of it here. Somebody got their feet tied up there.
So it'll be Star Valley inbounding with Roman Erickson on the baseline to trigger this in.
That was team foul number 4 on Jackson, by the way.
Goes to Lawson in the corner, up top to Lancaster. 2:07 and counting. Lancaster drive, shot on the angle, good off the square.
17 now in the contest for Lancaster.
2 minutes to go. Ball movement down low, stolen by Lawson out in front to Lancaster, 3-on-2. Oh, trying to fit it Shumway, but it's tipped. Picked up by Kleeman, who travels. Braves turn it over in transition with 1:52 to play in the third. Star Valley up 48-22. Kinsler, right side, lost out of bounds. Good defense by Roman Erickson. Kinsler pleading his case, calling for the foul, won't get it. And Roman inbounds in front of the black hole.
Again, just really tough defense there from Roman. He's a handful.
1:36 and counting in the third period, presented by REIC Rentals, formerly known as Black Mountain Rental. Lawson, 3, no. Tip ball, rebounded by Kleeman, who scores. Mason fought for the board and has the bucket. Timeout taken by Coach Shumway. Braves have hit 50, a minute 24 to go in the third period. Full timeout back in 60 on the SBI Sports Network.
At Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, safety is our top priority, not just for our employees, but for their families too. Our commitment extends beyond the workplace as we proudly support and contribute to the local community in meaningful ways. We're more than just a mine. We're a pillar of strength for those who live here. Discover how we make a difference at Simplot.com. Join us in fostering a safer, stronger community. Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine.
The remodel of the hot tub at Kodiak Mountain Resort in Afton has been completed and is open for guests. Kodiak has also begun construction for a swimming pool and additional hot tub, which will open for guests only soon. Book your stay at KodiakMountainResort.com. Star Valley Sports on SBI are presented by Edward Jones Financial Advisors Kyle Terry, creating tailored solutions to address your financial needs. And by Rusty's Tree Service, the tree removal experts. Call 248-2442.
Live third quarter coverage is provided by REIC Rentals. Same employees, same great service, with more resources to serve your needs.
As always, a great turnout by the Star Valley traveling student section up the canyon in the Snake River Shootout. After the Star Valley timeout, Shumway has 3 remaining. It is Jackson basketball, trailing the Braves 50-22, and a perimeter foul, that time on Roman Erickson. They get him that time against Kinsler to stop the clock at a minute 10.
They're going to whistle Mason Kleeman for it,
Mason.
though.
Okay.
Second on Mason, second team foul. I'm not saying Roman didn't foul. I'm just saying he didn't get credit for it.
Jackson inbounds corner right side. Driving Kinsler. Lost it. Tries to dump it down. Low ball batted by Kleeman into the hands of Lawson. Out in front to Roman. It travels. Oh, he had an open look and just took an extra step. Needed to bounce. Needed the dribble. And just took the one extra step on the run.
He can handle the verbal abuse. He's the youngest.
Oh, yeah.
I know what that's like.
He's not fazed at all. And they're going to be a moving screen on Jackson on Star Valley. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It is on Jackson on the other end, so the Braves have the ball back.
Looks like Kai Tanabe whistled for this one, his second. And that's a 15 foul, but of course an offensive variety, so no free throws yet.
Under a minute to go in the REIC Rentals third period. Shumway drives angle, double team to the block, kick it upside. Lancaster, nothing for him, and works over to Roman Erickson. Back to Shumway right wing. He'll dribble, pass, Erickson passes on the corner 3, drives to the lane, dumps it down to Kleeman. Headshot fake, now kicked out, Lawson 3, no good. Rebounded by Lancaster, he goes up and scores. Bourne in a bucket for Coop. Under 20 seconds to go in the third.
Braves doing a great job on the offensive glass. That puts Cooper up to 19 points.
And a 30-point Star Valley lead. As we hit 10 seconds, ball tipped, but a kick call against Star Valley. 10.6 seconds remains before the end of the third.
Here's that last sequence, a little short there from Lawson. Cooper there for the board and the bucket.
Inbounding is Meany. Goes to the left, Key, quick dribble shoot, no good. Ball tip, rebounded by Star Valley with 5 seconds. Shumway drives, lays it up at the buzzer with the foul. Actually 2.7 seconds to go. A quick rebound by Mason Kleeman. Heads up play to outlet to Shumway, who attacks immediately and goes to the rim with the foul.
The big men for the Braves tonight, Kleeman and Linford, combining for 17 points, 11 rebounds. Free throw's no good. Mason gets the rebound, and he'll go to the line.
Or 1.5 seconds off the clock, so 1.2 remaining. And now, Mason to the Riverside Dental free throw line. He'll have 2 attempts.
He's 1 for 1 tonight. That one a bit too strong. He'll get another. 7 points, 5 rebounds off the bench, though, for Mason Kleeman.
Second attempt is good, 55-22. All Star Valley in the third period, and inbound play, not able to get the shot off on time. No good on the full court. Either way, the REIC Rentals third period comes to a close. All Braves over the Bronx in Jackson, 55-22 on the SBI Sports Network.
Ever wish you could be the boss of your home Wi-Fi? Well, with Home Zone by Silver Star, now you can. It's like having your own Wi-Fi command center right in your pocket. Whether it's setting up a guest network for visitors, controlling what your kids can access, or checking your connection speed, Home Zone has you covered. With Protect IQ, you'll have a virtual bodyguard for your Wi-Fi, blocking unwanted threats before they reach your devices. Home Zone by Silver Star. Wi-Fi control, coverage, and security all in one.
Drive your career forward by joining the LCST2 Transportation Department. We're now hiring for part-time bus aides starting at $16.75 per hour. Full-time route drivers earn $22 per hour, working only during the school year. Substitute driver and substitute aide positions are also available. Explore these rewarding opportunities and become a vital part of our education system. For more information, visit lcsd2.org and click Job Openings. That's lcsd2.org and click Job Openings.
Fourth quarter coverage of the SVI Sports Network is presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. Local agents Andy Neild and Austin Callison.
Out of the break between the periods, it's the fourth period now with Star Valley on top in Jackson, 55-28, Braves ball as well. 3 timeouts remain for Star Valley, 2 for Jackson. No fouls as we start things off. Great down low pass to Linford with the shot fake, defense in the air, and 2 more for Will.
Another nice assist from Roman. Will Linford up to 12 points. He's made all 6 of his shots.
Roman with the steal to half court, 1-on-1 on the other end. Good with the foul. They'll get Thexton on the whistle. And everything working for the Braves. The black hole is all but cleared out right now. Not much left of the Jackson student section, with Star Valley up 59-22.
Here's another look at this steal from Roman Erickson. Finger roll, little George Gervin Iceman action there for the layup.
Coach Shumway going to his bench here early in the fourth. Neuenschwander subs into the game, wearing number 10 as the free throw no good. Fight for the rebound, won by Jackson. Bronx basketball, but the Braves up 59-22, and then a steal and another foul. Thompson goes up strong, can't hit the shot, but he's to the Riverside Dental free throw line. So 2 quick fouls on Jackson, 37 seconds into the third period.
2 quick fouls against number 23, Jonathan Phillips. Sorry, Duke, I missed the shot. Did that go in?
Did not. Subbing into the game for Star Valley is Zach Delgado.
Yeah, Zach. We may see his twin brother Gabe as well. Second free throw from Thompson. That's also no good.
So Coach Shumway going to his bench here early in the fourth period with a big lead over the Jackson Bronx, 59-22. Jackson in the lane, spin, shoot, score for Chapman. Makes it 59-24.
Chapman now with 9.
Star Valley on the other end. Thompson kicks out to Delgado, drives the paint, kicks it over Neuenschwander, left corner, 3, too strong, no good. Fight for the rebound, almost won by Delgado. Good hustle for Zach. Sorry, yeah, it is Zach.
Yeah, you got it.
At least they don't. It's going to be tough next year, man.
At least they don't do, opposite numbers just to mess with us or anything.
Yeah, 21-12, same hair, same everything else. Ball moving around the outside now for Jackson. 3 is short, no good. Lydiard tips the rebound to himself, goes out in front to Thompson. 1-on-1 on the other end. Shot fake now. Strum, but blocked, but recollected by Thompson. Kick out Delgado for 3, off the rim, no good. And this time the rebound to the Bronx. White has the board. 6:22 to play in the fourth. 3 on the other end, no good. Ball rebounded by Jackson. Back extra pass, another 3 off the rim, no good. Out of bounds, last touched by. Officials look at each other, they'll say Star Valley. And it's going to be a foul on Lawson. No, Lydiard, sorry. Lydiard on the whistle.
First personal on Lydiard, and he got that on his way to the bench. He was coming out anyway.
Crew Lancaster subs in. Inbound play to the left post, quick catch and shoot. Chapman will score. It's 59-26. Braves with the lead, 6:07 to go.
Chapman out with 11 to lead the Bronx.
Directing traffic is Delgado, goes to Thompson, dumps it down low to Kleeman, shot fake underneath and fouled. They will call it on the shot. with 5:55 to go in the fourth.
Foul whistled on Ryder Chapman, second personal. Excuse me, make that a third personal. Third team foul. And Mason Kleeman to the line, where he's 2 for 3 tonight. That one a bit short. 8 points, 5 rebounds, and a steal off the bench for Mason.
And as you mentioned, he and Will, fantastic game down low tonight for those two guys.
Second one also no good.
Fight for the rebound and a jump ball call. Arrow favors Jackson off the miss. 5:53 to go in the Hayden Outdoors fourth period. Braves still leading at 59-26. 3 team fouls on the Bronx, 1 on the Braves. 3 timeouts remain for Star Valley, 2 for Jackson. All Star Valley though right now. The Bronx have Chapman. Drive shut down by Delgado. Works it back outside. Neuenschwander picks up the dribbler with Allen, and they'll reset in the circle. Chapman for Jackson. Screen set, defense stays with him, now spins back into the lane, takes it to the rim, no good, rebounded by Delgado. Good board for Zach. Across the half court, works to Lancaster, that's Crew Lancaster, the sophomore. Works it now to Kleeman, he'll spin, lean into it, and no good, but rebounded by Lancaster. His putback is no good, fights for the extra rebound, but can't get it, pulled down by Chapman. Jackson basketball. 3 on the other end's in. Made by Hoffman. Cuts the lead to 30 with under 5 minutes to go in the fourth period.
Second made 3 for Hoffman. He's got 8 points.
Of course, we'll have the Silver Star postgame show on the way. We get Coach Shumway's thoughts as Lancaster will miss a jumper on the elbow. Have your player of the game, postgame stats as well. Braves lead by 30 in Jackson, and a foul on the baseline against Star Valley to stop the clock at 4:36.
Foul will go against Zach Delgado, first personal. Second team foul for Star Valley. We're at 4:36 left in the quarter.
Jackson inbounds up top to Chapman. 4.5 to go in the game. Braves by 30. Chapman for 3, no. Big rebound for Kleeman. I don't know how he got that one. That was reach your arm clear back behind you. Go to Kleeman again down low. Thompson off a screen on the elbow, steps back to Kleeman, one-on-one on the post, spin shot, no that time. Great defense by Chapman for Jackson. Here's Hoffman, 3 on the other end. High off the back rim, no good. And they're gonna get a foul on Kleeman that time. 4 minutes to go in the game. Braves still lead by 30. 59-29, 3 team fouls apiece now.
Third personal on Mason Kleeman, third team foul.
Inbounding is Allen. Looking, and actually steps on the line before he inbounds it. Not a 5-second violation, but stepped inbounds. Well, that'll be a turnover. Neuenschwander inbounds to Thompson, who dribbles across the half court. Lancaster, Neuenschwander up top with under 4 minutes to go in the game. Thompson, right wing 3, no. Kleeman lost the rebound, tried to save it, can't, out of bounds. Jackson basketball on the other end. Coach Shumway.
It's kind of a light week for the Braves. Varsity is the only game. Got a couple next week, of course, but when you go up big and don't play the fourth quarter, that's that's kind of a light week.
Landon Peterson and Breckham Brogue getting set to sub in for Star Valley as there's a foul on Delgado down low. Stops the clock at 3:32. I imagine these two sub out the last 2 seniors on the court for the Braves.
I would think so.
Yep, Thompson and Kleeman have a seat. So you've got the JV squad in right now for Star Valley, up by 30, 59-29, 3.5 to go in the game.
JV had a very one-sided win earlier tonight as well.
There's a good inbound play. Sidestep shot, no good. Skying for the rebound is Crew Lancaster. Yeah, he's going to be a problem in the future. Just saying that now. He has it on the right side wing. Spins, right post, shot fake, goes up, stripped but fouled. Stops the clock at 3:16 and Crew Lancaster to the Riverside Dental free throw line.
Foul will be whistled on Ethan Hoffman, his second. 4-team foul, each team with 4. as we're at 3:16. So bonus coming up the rest of the way for both squads. Crew to the line is good.
Delgado for Delgado. Gabe subs out Zach.
Good
12
job.
for 21.
Nice job.
Yeah, well, I can get it once at least. Second free throw is good. Lancaster hits them both to make it 61-29 and a 32-point Star Valley advantage. Only game of the weekend for Star Valley. They're off tomorrow. Then they'll have another Thursday, Saturday scheduled next week.
Yeah, home game against Rock Springs on Thursday.
Here's a drive for Kinsler, no good. But a rebound and a putback for White. It's going to be good games next week for Star Valley, Rock Springs, and Green River. Having a good season, both of them. Here's a three, right side corner. Star Valley Orthodontics triple for Landon Peterson, the 6'2 junior.
Landon getting into the box score. Crew Lancaster scored on the last time up on those free throws. And a travel here against Jackson.
2:37 to go. Star Valley 6 points away for hitting 70 for the third consecutive game. They've now broken 60 for the fourth consecutive game as they've blown out Jackson in Teton County tonight. 64-31, 14 fouls apiece. JV squad in for Star Valley. Peterson wants another. That one's short. Rebounded by the Bronx with 2:25 remaining in the fourth. On the outside are the Bronx. Feed in the lane, ball tipped but collected by Jackson. Outside triple, no. Nice box out for Peterson. Landed on the board. 2 minutes to go in the game. Lancaster one-on-one in the lane, left and in.
Yeah, he's going to be a problem. 4 points for Crew. And I know we've already said it. He's built differently than his two older brothers for sure.
And the ball tipped by Peterson. He's had some nice minutes off the bench here late. Tipped lead to a steal by Lancaster. Hands off to Delgado. Here's a three. Peterson again. Bouncing, and hits the top of the backboard, which is out of bounds. 66-31. Star Valley goes back on defense.
Here's that last sequence. Drop step move here from Crew Lancaster.
Minute 23 to go in the fourth. Jackson basketball on the outside. Moving around and another travel on the perimeter called against Jackson. Gives it back to Star Valley with a minute 16 to go in the game.
A lot of subs in for the Bronx as well.
Silver Star postgame show on the way. Stick with us for that. We'll have Coach Shumway's thoughts after this one, as his team will go 3-0 inside the 4A Southwest. Also have your player of the game, post-game stats. Braves around the perimeter, doing Schwander for three, no good. Rebounded by Lancaster, dribble, split the D, hook it in.
He's just very comfortable around the basket. 6 points, 3 rebounds already for Crew Lancaster. Just did mop-up duty here.
68-31. 37 seconds remaining. Jackson still working around the outside. Again, 14 fouls apiece. JV units in for both teams right now. Bronx feed baseline back to the perimeter. 20 seconds to go. Jumper left post, bouncing and no good. Ball tipped, loose, collected by Jackson. Back outside at 13 seconds. And a foul will be called. This will be shooting, as Star Valley will collect their 15th foul and put Jackson in the bonus with 11 seconds remaining in the game.
CJ Noonschwander whistled for that one. First personal. Free throw is good. And this is Charlie Allen at the line. He's 3 for 3 tonight.
Makes it 68-32. And the second attempt, no good. Rebounded though by Jackson, blocked on the putback by Peterson, so he has now a block. Crew Lancaster collects a loose ball, and he'll just dribble out the clock, and that will be your final. Star Valley routs Jackson in Teton County tonight. Your final score, Braves 68, Bronx 32. Star Valley goes above 500 on their overall record, advancing to 7-6, 3-0 inside the 4A Southwest quad. Jackson Bronx dropped down to 1-10 overall and 0-2 inside the 4A Southwest. Braves with a win, 68-32. That will send us into the Silver Star post-game show. Silver Star Internet, better connected. Learn more at silverstar.com. That is silverstar.com. We'll have your stats here in just a few. We'll also have your player of the game here in just a few. Coach Shumway will make his way over to Millie, and we'll have your post-game report. Coach Shumway not really close to Millie right now, so Dal, let's jump right into your stats.
Well, first for the Bronx Rider, Chapman leading the way with 11 points, 8 for Ethan Hoffman, 4 points for Kai Tanabe, 3 for Charlie Allen, 2 points apiece for Cooper Kinsler, Callum Meany, and Maxwell White. The Braves win the rebounding battle by 6 tonight. Bronx go just 3 of 22 from the three-point line, 5 of 8 from the free throw line. The Braves got another solid game, a great game for Cooper Lancaster, 19 points, 5 rebounds, 12 points on 6 for 6 shooting for Will Linford. He also had 7 rebounds, 8 points for Mason Kleeman to go with 6 rebounds, 6 points for Lincoln Lydiard, 5 for Dylan Shumway.
All right, we do have Coach Shumway now with Millie Kazare. Let's go down to the Miles CPA courtside report. Millie.
Okay, Coach. Pretty good game. What are your overall thoughts on the team's performance?
I thought, it was methodical. Like we've had games where the last 3 games we've had really big quarters that have really been the difference, and I thought this was just kind of steady. Jackson came out and played really well early, and I felt like once we settled in, we just kind of were consistent the next 3.5 quarters. So I was proud of the kids how they did that.
Okay, and then you kind of restarted this, but just talk about how proud you are of the kids and like how good they did in this game.
It's composure. We haven't really been in an environment like that on the road yet, and so it was good for us. I told them before I was hoping it would be like this because we need that. We're going to have some tough road games coming up, and I thought we held our composure together really well after that initial first couple minutes.
Awesome. Well, congrats on the win, and yeah, thanks so much for your time. We'll send it back to you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Millie, with the Miles CPA courtside report with Coach Matt Shumway post-game. Braves with the win. Down, let's head back to your battle stats.
Wrapping that up, a lot of contributions. 6 for Lincoln Lydiard, 8 for Mason Kleeman. Mason with 8.6 rebounds off the bench. Crew Lancaster came in at 6 points, 5 for Dylan Shumway, 3 for Zach Thompson, 3 for Landon Peterson. As the Braves, the last 4 games, they've scored 65, 71, 73, and now 68. So offense is rolling, even on a night where they only went 5 of 27 from the three-point line, still finding ways to put the biscuit in the basket tonight.
That's a look at your post-game stats presented by Battleson Brothers Carpet One, Floor and Home, where you'll find quality, price, and service. A block south of the Arch in Afton. That is Battleson Brothers Flooring. Braves with the 68-32 win. Now your player of the game, courtesy of Star Valley Skidoo.
Well, he was perfect from the floor tonight. Had to go with that. 6 for 6 from the floor, 7 rebounds, 12 points. Senior Will Linford had a terrific night tonight. That's who I picked for the Star Valley Skidoo player of the game, Will Linford.
Congratulations to Will. Star Valley Skidoo, top quality products combined with excellent service standards. Visit StarValleySkidoo.com. That is StarValleySkidoo.com. That's going to do it for us in Teton County tonight. Lady Braves and Braves get the win over Jackson Bronx. Final in this one, Star Valley 68, Jackson 32. We'll be back with you Thursday night, a home game against Rock Springs, and then Saturday afternoon in Green River next week. I'm Duke Gantz with Dal Erickson, Millie Kazare courtside, David Kazare producing underneath the bleachers tonight, by the way. Kenna Dance keeping us on the Swift 98 airways back in Afton, and a great group of camera ops, as always, bringing you the 4K action in Teton County. Thanks for joining us on the SBI Sports Network.